Good evening. 1 second, I need to just mute that because that's going to be annoying. Hello, guys. How you doing? Let me just quickly move this off of here and move this over here, and then hopefully move that over there and move this off of here. How you doing, guys? What's going on? We're live on Twitch. And we've got you guys here. Yeah, I know. I skipped. Basically, OBS crashed. Sorry. No music. Yeah, we did have music. We got Nightbot in chat and timing people out as well. Romello, yeah, man. Good afternoon, Paulie FPL. You can see everyone, can't you? Here, you can see everyone, Steve-O. I'm sure you can see everyone talking.
Yes, I've just done the old pop-out chat, so I don't have to look at our screen. Yeah, Jason, that was the worst intro on the planet. Welcome, everybody, to the latest Elite FPL podcast. We are covering the United, both Uniteds. It's Sheffield United versus Manchester United, and of course, we're all expecting a high-scoring game, aren't we, Jason?
Yeah, I'm expecting Martial to get a hat trick and Lundstrom to get 0 points because he's on my bench and he isn't going to be playing for me. But yeah, it's what a 24-hour period we've had. Obviously, with yesterday's crazy results. I mean, with the high drama that came with the VAR and then obviously the incident that happened afterwards, which all you guys are here, and we really appreciate you guys being here. Twitch is like the best platform for live streaming. It is. There's no arguments for it. YouTube has got the best platform for videos, but Twitch is the best for you guys. You've got emotes that you can use. There's more. It's just of such a better quality, and we're just glad that you guys have taken time to come over here and whether you're on your mobile phone with the app or over on your computer. And yes, I switched to dark mode because I know I did that video in light mode and it's so much better. Steve-O's not even been on Twitch before, so I've just literally connected him up and he's got the chat there and. Shaban there with emotes and Dre Zera as well. Yeah, there we go. Spam some emojis, guys. Feel free to spam some emojis. As the game's now obviously gone, we're into the first couple of minutes of the game. And we're looking forward to some goals, aren't we, Steve-O?
Yeah, just of interest, Jason, are you able to upload this to
Yes, I can
YouTube?
I can export it.
You can, all right, brilliant.
I can export it directly. Yeah, from YouTube. Twitch have actually got a thing that I can export it directly to YouTube. It's really good. Twitch Virgin says FPL James Bang. Hey James Bang, how you doing, man? The thing is
so funny because all I'm seeing on the chat is just Nightbot has deleted this, Nightbot has deleted that.
Oh no! I'm telling people it's my fault. I'm telling people to spam emotes, but Nightbot's in chat. Oh, okay. Sorry guys, don't spam emotes. Please, just one emote. FPL Tips is there. Gabriel's there. Chaban, Nasty Balls. Mr. Blue Nathan, I've already mentioned James. Yeah, we got God. Oh, we need to move that over. That alert. Hang on. Let's move that over a little bit. There we go. Let's move it there. That's it. So yeah, we've got the alerts sorted out. But the thing is, I was going to say something about Twitch is we don't really have much of a big audience for fantasy football on Twitch. So this will be quite interesting to see how we get on. We've got 64 people tuning into the show at the moment. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys that are tuning in, all 64 of you. And Irish Drunk 21, thanks for that. Anna Rag, thank you for the follow. JP Goes. FPL Duck, thank you. Glasto Mongrel. Everything's better with Twitch. I get such a better understanding of who's following us and who's chatting. That following GIF is amazing. Yeah, I know. You might see a lot of it. I've got the game on mute and I'm watching Elite FPL, says James Bang. Second in the cash league, says Nasty Balls. We will talk about that. We will talk about that. Dereko's there as well. Come on, Lundstrom. We need the points. We do, but not from Lundstrom. We need them from Martial. Gravy Dave, who's this Nightbot bloke? Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, he's on here because we normally dual stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and I can't always guarantee that we've got moderators in the Twitch chat. So I put Nightbot on, and and I think he's going a bit crazy at the moment. I love Steve-O's reaction yesterday, says Alex Jensen 200. We were just talking about that, Steve-O, weren't we? Just before we went live, we were saying about watching back that stream, how it was probably one of the best interactions between me and Steve-O that we've had on the show, where we've literally gone from absolute despair to rejoicing, and then Steve-O going mental because VAR ordered a retake of a Vardy penalty that he'd missed. Massive point swing. We don't need mods with Nightbot hit, says Davey P. Well, I might have to disable Nightbot for next stream, actually. You boys had a good week so far? Hoping that Martial Massacre. I've had a good week. Yeah, I've got a good hour. You'll just quickly.
We both had a good week.
Yeah, we've both got green arrows. I'm currently sitting now at 196,000 in the world, which I'm pretty pleased with. You can't see it. I scrolled down just in case you could see it, but you can't. 196,000. My obviously my point score is now on the screen. 67 points with Martial, obviously with -8. So Martial's just hopefully going to get me some more. And I'll bring Steve-O's team up now as well. So Steve-O's actually got the same as me, Martial. Steve-O, whilst I'm just trying to find your team. You're getting closer and closer. Actually, you're moving up the Torbay Elite League as well. Green arrow, you're now into the top 500,000. In a sentence, 500,000 from where you were 3 or 4 weeks ago. You've claimed like a million places.
Let's introduce anybody that's never watched us before on Twitch or knows anything about us. Let's just introduce them to me by saying I couldn't care less how far up I am in the overall ranking. I got a red arrow in the Cash Mini League, and I don't understand how, other than the fact that I got a -8. I was actually really disappointed, to be honest with you, Jason. I just woke up this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about yesterday. Let's just go and see where I am in the Cash Mini League. A red arrow. So tight where I am.
Well, you've just gone down one place, I take it.
Me, FPL lad, all on the same points, along with Boas Rice. Blimey, I haven't heard from Boa Rice for a very, very long time. FPL Penguins now 3 points ahead of me. Block FPL's gone ahead of me by 2 points.
I'm
still ahead of GW13.
There.
Still ahead of GW13. That's the main thing. That's the important thing.
GW13 apparently has made an account on Twitch as well, which is pretty insane. Were you guys making accounts to just join us tonight? It's just really, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for you guys being here. We got Steve. Yeah, so you're on 716. Boreas. Just oh my god, it's so tight. I mean, literally, if Martial has a good game in this game, if you could go up to well into the top 40.
I'm in two minds because I've got both playing, haven't I? I've got both Martial and Lundstrom. But remember, the guy that's second in the free community Elite FPL Mini League has got Lundstrom as captain. I just can't get my head around that. When he came on live
who's got Lundstrom's captain, sorry?
Oh, I forgot his name, but he's second in our Cash Mini League. He came on last night. He donated £2 to us. In the free Cash Mini League, he's second. He's 1,200 and... Oh, no, he's gone down now.
The free Cash Mini... What do you mean? The free Mini League, you mean?
Yeah, he's now
the Community League.
The Community League, yeah. Oh, where he's dropped down now because obviously...
Hosted Radio. Thank you for that, host. Thank you.
Neil Daniels, he's in 17th at the moment, but he's got Lundstrom as captain. He was second before last night updated, genuinely. And
really?
He was,
I remember you. Yes, I remember now. Where is he now? Oh, 17th. He's gone to 17th, second to 17th. Yes, Nelly's Heroes, that was it. Lundstrom captain. well, it could pay off. It could pay off. Obviously, disappointing with the Maddison and Abraham not doing anything, and he's got McGinn playing tomorrow night as well, and Gilbert. So yeah, his game week's far from over. Far from over. I have made a transfer, Steve-O. I will be talking about it on Thursday.
Thursday? What's the point in that? You've told us you've done a transfer.
Well, I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you guys guess.
We're doing the Sunday surgery after the game.
Oh, maybe. Don't worry, the guy is very unlikely to get injured. Put it that way. Oh, people saying Son. Oh, De Gea's just made a good save. Oh! Oh my God, double save. Was that Lundstrom I heard? No, McGoldrick, 7 yards out. Oh my God, double save. What a save. Lundstrom, what a strike. So apparently Lundstrom and then it was Goldrick. Lundstrom was first shot, McGoldrick was second. Oh my God. Well, Neil Daniels, if you're watching or watching it on the replay, I bet you're on your edge of your seat right now. That is insane. World-class keeper. Well, he's I wouldn't say he's been world-class over the last 24 months, but he is, when he is on top of his game, he is almost one of the best, if not the best in the world. De Gea is unfortunately been suffering from our defence, to be honest.
Who was it there that just said...
Phil Jones is playing, yeah. So David De Gea is going to be pretty exposed. Nelly's Heroes here at home with the toddler. Here he is, Combi. Or Cambi, I should say. Cambi Labacta.
Neil. Let's just call him Neil.
And is it Cambi Lob Actor or is it Cambi Lob Actor? Cambi Low? I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to call you Cambi. I had Son before everyone, says Irish Drunk 21. Well done for keeping faith with him, unless you got him in. That's when you heard the news about Mourinho. Well, Lundstrom should have scored. There he is, G-Wiz in the chat there.
Here he is, still out of your G-Wiz.
Oh, fighting till there we go. I'm ahead of both of you. But yeah, it's been pretty much a good game week for a lot of people I've seen on Discord posting 60 plus points. I want to hear tonight people coming on that have had awful game weeks. Come on. I want to hear some rants. I want some raves. I tell you now, if Lundstrom scores, I'm going to be so gutted that I benched him for Mount.
He ain't going to score, for goodness sake.
Why did I bench him for Mount, though? Why?
Because you said that you accidentally went out... What was it? You went out the room.
Right, this is the God's honest truth. I was going to do it. I made the transfer, didn't save it. About half an hour before deadline. I didn't do it like 2 minutes before. I did it half an hour before. I left the screen up and I thought, you know what? I'm not quite sure. I was umming and ahhing. I wasn't sure about doing the transfer. Oh, Fred throwing himself into a challenge. Getting a bit scrappy at the moment. Yeah, I didn't really... I wasn't 100% sure and I just left it. And then because I left it, you know, I went out to take my missus to work and then I missed the deadline. And to be honest, hello Anurag, thank you for following, buddy. Is it still family friendly on here? Says Romello in chat. Well, yeah, because we're gonna upload it to YouTube, so it probably will have to be family friendly. As I commented on YouTube, I'm only on 49 at the moment because I captained Richarlison. Feels pretty bad. Jack Sixton. It's always a bit of a risk, really, captaining someone as unreliable as Richarlison. I mean, he's been a trap for the last couple of years, hasn't he, Steve-O? I mean, it's pretty much an eyebrow-raising player to have captained this game week when you had so many other, you know, better options, basically. Would you have ever considered even bringing in Richarlison in your team, Steve-O?
No, the thing that I see so far this season is that the players that we already own are virtually cancelling each other out with their points and everything. I mean, let's just take, for example, yesterday. A lot of people took out Kevin De Bruyne for Son. Well, I'm not suggesting that they matched each other's points, but what was it? Son got... Well, how many more points did Son get than Kevin De Bruyne?
He got 13, didn't he? Did he get 13?
So 13 in the end.
Oh, Phil Jones with a last-ditch challenge. Hang on. Oh my God, Jones is going to give a penalty away, isn't he? I can see it. Last-ditch challenge from Phil Jones. But apparently there's a foul on him. Jones apparently got fouled. Oh, right, okay. Jones got fouled. Yeah, well, that's what I heard, but I heard last-ditch challenge. So I wonder how Jones got fouled. So what was I saying, Steve? Oh, yeah, Son got 5 more points, didn't he?
Yeah, I just think that a lot of players are just almost cancelling each other out. Almost. Oh, Mane did get a bonus point, did he, in the end?
Yeah, right. I think he did. Yeah, he did.
He got 2 bonus points. Did Robertson get any in the end?
I don't think he did. Let me have a look. I don't think he did.
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. I don't understand how you moved so far ahead of me. I don't get it. You only got a few more points than me.
Yeah, Robertson got bonus 1. Mane got bonus 2.
Wow.
Vardy got the bonus 3. Vardy bonus 3, and obviously you had bonus 1 from Kane as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you've done all right actually in terms of bonus points. You got bonus 2 from Mane, bonus 1 from Kane. You got bonus 3 from Vardy, like me. You got, we both got bonus 1 from Jimenez. What's your thoughts on people now with Kevin De Bruyne and Son, or they don't own Son, they own Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne? Which of the two is the obvious make way if they were looking to bring in Son?
I'd be getting rid of Sterling. Only because I'm the kind of player that just gets rid of out of form. Now, admittedly, he could have scored last night, but even so, let's just say you own both Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling.
That was harsh, though, wasn't it? That, I mean, have you seen that? The goal. I am man! It's honestly, there was a tweet that FPL Partridge put out, and if you don't know who he is, check him out on Twitter, guys. He put a tweet out, and he was. It's basically zooming in on a woman, and then zooming in on her hair, and then zooming in on the follicles of her hair, and then zooming in on the cells and making a line. Literally, that is VAR this season. There's going to be cards in this game. It sounds like it's really scrappy.
It's like V Mystery says, Sterling to Son, and then you get cash as well. Exactly. That's exactly my thought process.
Hey, Chelsea player.
Sterling hat-trick inbound any moment, lad. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to keep hold of him personally. I wouldn't want to keep hold of him as well. Did you see also FPL Partridge's?
Hang on.
Oh my God, Lundstrom! I think Lundstrom is genuinely.
Oh my God! Man United have conceded a save. John Fleck.
So it could be a Lundstrom assist.
Could be.
Because
Lund's assist, maybe. Lundstrom assist, I think.
It will be no. Lundstrom got the shot in. De Gea saved it, and then Fleck has got the rebound.
Oh, you're joking.
So I don't know if that will count as an assist.
Yeah, it will. It will, won't it? I'm sure it does. I'm sure that counts as an assist.
VAR though, it's gone to VAR.
VAR again, guys.
I really get. It's just ridiculous, Jason. Checking every goal for.
Well, they have to. They say that they're going to check every goal. This is a problem, you know. But it should stand, apparently, says Paulie. You just don't know, though, do you, to be honest with you? Depends if they start drawing their lines.
thought the whole point of VAR is if.
Okay, Lundstrom assist via FPL have confirmed it.
It will definitely say that, will it? Right.
Hang on. They're still looking at it.
It's not a foul. It's going to be
The goal's been given. Right. Oh, dearie me.
And it's 100% Lundstrom assist.
Well, this is just... what am I doing? Why am I benching Lundstrom? Why am I benching Lundstrom?
What are your thoughts on Shane McGuinness? Surely everybody has Lundstrom. The difference will be the house the people who benched him. Well,
yeah,
Jason.
Me. Yeah, me. Muggins here. This is mental. What am I doing benching Lundstrom? Why? I can't believe this. I'm like, he's literally FPL gold and I'm benching him.
I can't get my head around the fact that Neil is captain Lundstrom. And he was second.
Yeah, well, I'm going to refresh it now. Yeah, I'm going to refresh that.
Just remember that.
Well, he's on 50 now, and if Lundstrom gets a clean sheet, he's on mega points. And Neil, you must be absolutely living life, as Steve-O would say. I can't wait to the phone in afterwards. Lundstrom is a starter. Don't bench him. I literally benched him for Mason Mount. What was I thinking?
But then, moving forward, what are you planning on doing with the fact that you've got Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Soyuncu, and Lundstrom? I mean, who do you play? You've gone with 3-4. Unless you've actually got rid of one of those defenders.
Is it me or is Sheffield United all over United at the moment? What is going on?
Yeah, they've got no fear. They've got no fear. Come on, Martial. I need Martial to do something now.
What is going on?
We're needing Martial to do something.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I look at your team and I just think, who would you play like... There we are.
That's the Lundstrom moment. A Lundstrom moment there, setting off a few fireworks in celebration.
What?
Happy New Year, says Dereco.
Let me just close the window.
We've not even had a chance, apparently. Wilder is wild. I mean, he's literally taken that Sheffield United team and just made them into a machine. Sheffield United are a complete machine.
I'm going to quickly... What was that frightening statistic? Daily Llama. Yeah, pretty much. It is a new year every single day of the week.
Also, the delay on Twitch seems a lot less than on YouTube as well.
Oh, really?
It does, yeah.
Wow.
Lundstrom's already on 2 bonus points already. DBFC1 says it was a clear foul on Jones. It shouldn't have been given. Oh, I don't believe this. Oh, McGoldrick running down the heart of this Man United defence and shoots just wide. What are United doing? Literally, United floodgates are opened at the moment.
What do you think as a United fan of this? Are you disgusted by this? Are you expecting this?
I think it's our defence. Like you start from the back. You know, if your defence is weak, your midfield. Our midfield isn't the best. You know, our defence is pretty average.
This is going to be mental now.
What's going on? What someone?
I have no idea. It's someone's house to the right of me, opposite. So this is for all you Lundstrom fans out there.
Hey, go out and join him. You own him. Yeah, United are a joke. Manchester United, I'm talking about. Literally can't keep a clean sheet for love nor money. David De Gea trying his best to keep out the shots. He's getting peppered. Why on earth we're playing Phil Jones? Midfield's not good enough, and unfortunately we can't win with just having Rashford, Martial and Dan James. That's basically it. And McTominay, just can't win it.
Okay, here's a trivia question for you.
Oh God, I hate these trivia questions. Go on then.
In 21 games, Sheffield United have conceded more than twice on one occasion. Who was that team? In 21 games, including friendlies.
Oh, including friendlies.
Sheffield United have conceded more than two on one occasion.
Wow. That is one hell of a stat.
You're never going to get it. It was a team called Reims, R-E-I-M-S.
It was a friendly.
Yeah, it was a friendly, and they lost 3-1. But here's a question for you that you should get. In the Premier League this season, or in fact in any game of this official season since it started, Sheffield United.
Tell me these questions before we go live so I can research them, and then I can literally just go, "Well, Steve-O, it was obviously this."
Sheffield United have conceded twice on two occasions this season. Can you name those two teams that have scored twice against Sheffield United? And it's Premier League matches. If anybody in chat will get this.
Chelsea, I think they scored 2 goals against them. And don't know who was the other one. Who was the other one?
Well, if you listen to Niche and Paulie FPL, they got it bang on. Leicester and Chelsea.
Leicester. Leicester
won 2-1 and Chelsea 2-2.
Right.
Other than that, yeah.
Lundstrom for England, says Gravy Dave. Don't joke. I mean, the way he's been playing at the moment. Could you think there's a chance because he's a Sheffield United player? Do you think that bars him in any way of being called up for England? Do you think there's a chance he could be, Steve-O?
I think that maybe there's too. I'm no expert on this, but I think there may be too many players ahead of him, which would be more appropriate for his position than Lundstrom himself. But I don't know. I'm going to proclaim to be an expert on this field. I just play fantasy football.
Would I have Lundstrom at United? I mean, Lundstrom is playing perfectly in that Sheffield system that I don't think he could just join United. If he was to hypothetically join United, he'd be in a completely different system, completely different setup, and we've seen it before. Players don't always adapt, and I think Lundstrom is personally taking advantage of the system that Wilder set up, and I think Wilder knows exactly Lundstrom's strengths, and he's playing to him. And for some reason, Lundstrom is kind of involved in everything that Sheffield United do.
It is a question to everybody. In fact, it's not even a question. So, well, it is. It is a question for everybody. So, Leicester have lost 4 times this season. We've already spoke about Sheffield United have lost 4 times this season. We've already mentioned Leicester. Who were the other 3 teams that Sheffield United have lost against? 2 of them being Premier League, the other being in the League Cup, and each game ended 1-0 to the opposition.
Any Sheffield United fans in chat?
Don't look at chat, Jason.
I'm not looking at chat. I'm not answering. You asked the chat. I ain't going to have a clue.
Blimey. Well, Paulie FPL, unless you're
Someone's Googling
your knowledge. Paulie FPL, bang on the money. Congratulations. Chelsea Flyer, FPL Tips, giving us one of the teams, Liverpool. It was Southampton, Liverpool, and Sunderland. Sunderland in the in the League Cup.
Oh, I know that Liverpool won. They won 2-1.
1-0. It was 1-0.
Oh, it was 1-0. Oh, it was the save. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry. It was the one where they got their disallowed goal, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. What's happening in the game, guys? It seems to be calmed down a little bit now. Marshall got a shot on target from outside the box. Wow. Didn't go in though, did it? God. Would you still get Vardy in? Yes. Chelsea flyer would. Of course,
yeah, absolutely.
Of course. I mean, he's on fire. And the fixtures are absolutely brilliant for him.
Maybe a captaincy option next week.
He could be a captaincy option for the next 4. Easy peasy. Next 4 games: Everton at home, brilliant. Watford at home, brilliant. Aston Villa away, brilliant. Norwich at home, brilliant. He's my captain. He's my captain next 4 games. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Martial's going to get me 2 points, isn't he? I just know he is.
A lot of people on Twitter have been asking, oh, we all thought this week was a hard captaincy choice. What about next week? And I just so wanted to reply with, come to the stream and just check out the history. Because, like I said, the history got it right again this week with Son. It said Son, Kane or Aguero for the captaincy pick. Son, Mane or Aguero for the captaincy. And if you own one of them... Unfortunately, my mate, Mr. Reed, he unfortunately captained Aguero. And he's injured now, isn't he, Jason?
Well, yeah, he hobbled off. I haven't read anything.
Guardiola said it looks serious.
Well, don't laugh at me now, but for those people looking for massive differentials, could Gabriel Jesus be someone that people may take a punt on? Steve-O, what do you think? Do you think he's just too damn unreliable? Or do you think now that Aguero's injured, he's going to get minutes and it could be one of those differentials? Or is he a bit too much still? When you've got the likes of Abraham, Vardy, Jimenez, as alternatives.
I'd rather take Sterling, to be honest with you. You never know, he may play as a false number 9. Yeah, niche. Ings is better than Jesus. Even Charlie, welcome.
Charlie's there, is he?
Jesus or Jimenez? Jimenez.
Hey, Charlie. Tips and tricks. Stingray. United are trying to push on and don't seem to be sparkling like Sheffield United are. I think Sheffield will score again. Brilliant.
Do you want to go through yesterday's games, Jason? Give us a recap of what happened yesterday, please.
Yeah, it would be my pleasure. So yeah, we had the early kickoff, West Ham versus Spurs, as you know, and in that game, Bonner. Well, basically the game was kind of. I said yesterday that I thought the better team lost. I think I'm going to change my mind after reflection. I think that a draw would have been a fair result, but I think Spurs pretty much did enough to get the 3 points, but a draw wouldn't have been an unfair result. Obviously, Harry Kane and Son getting in there. Hey, Piotr, how you doing, man? Thanks for the follow. Lucas Moura as well getting a goal, and Ogbonna and Antonio getting goals in for West Ham. And we've got, on the assists, Aurier again.
Sorry to interject. Yeah. I've just seen that you put up the GIF of me cheering. Very, very good. That's fantastic.
Migraine Boy, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I know, right? I had to quickly do it as well. I'd laugh an hour. I was like, right, quickly do it.
Good.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that was close. Lundstrom, again involved in that. Bulldog. Oh, my God. Oh, please, Lundstrom, don't punish me any more than what you've already done. Jesus, I just want Man United to score. I don't care who scores. I can't sit there and see a double point haul from Lundstrom sitting on my bench. That would literally just that'll break my heart, guys. It really would. So Aurier getting an assist there, Son getting an assist too. Big points from Son. And we noticed obviously Noble and Snodgrass getting the assist. Well, Noble, in my opinion, and Ali getting an assist. Well, Noble to me was the standout man of the match in that game. He was phenomenal. MZKL Musky. Thank you ever so much. And then obviously we've got the Arsenal game. This is interesting. Arsenal fans, we'd love to hear your opinion. Dan Bull, if you're watching the stream, come on Discord. We want to hear what you think. You think about Arsenal at the moment. Emery, how good is his job security at the moment at Arsenal? Are fans being patient, or are they calling for him to be sacked? We've got Lacazette with 2 goals. Apologies to anyone that I tried to dissuade from Arsenal attacking the form of Lacazette. He seems to be getting the goals, and so does Aubameyang. Keeps ticking on with those points as well. Those sub 10 point hauls that he seems to be getting. We got Ings and Ward-Prowse scoring for Southampton, and Aubameyang, Martinelli, and Bertrand getting the assists. A note for Leno getting the save, but not many people own Leno. Counter attack, Man United. Oh, God's sake, we can't do anything, can we?
Come on, Martial.
Oh, jeez. No, you don't want him to do anything now.
Martial, of course I do.
No, you don't. You got Lundstrom.
Yeah, and
wait. I've got Martial.
Yeah, but Martial's a differential in our cash mini league. Anything Lundstrom gets is a bonus to me on you. But when it comes to the cash mini league, Martial is the key one for me. Good God, Jason, play the game.
If Lundstrom gets another goal. Yes. Or not another goal. If Lundstrom gets another assist or a goal, then you've pretty much closed the gap on me.
Yeah, on you.
Yeah.
On you, but
that's what you seem to care about.
When it comes to
Martial, you get so upset when my differentials don't do well. Anyway, move on to Bournemouth versus Wolves, and Wolves winning 2-1. Steve Cook getting the goal for Bournemouth. Jimenez and Moutinho with the goals for Wolves. Jota, Traore, and Fraser with the assists. Notable mentions: Rico, Billing getting a yellow card too, and Francis getting sent off for Bournemouth. Obviously, Bournemouth playing with 10 men for a lot of the game. Ramsdale with 5 saves. Just one away from that extra bonus point there, and but Wolves just again Jimenez ticking over. I'm really glad I got him in. Brighton lost to Leicester 2-0. I think I said 3-0 on the predictions. Vardy getting a goal, Perez getting a goal. Also Vardy getting an assist with Gray too. Ryan getting a load of saves. Pretty much everybody owns Vardy, but not everyone captained him. So well done if you captained him. Liverpool winning 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace really put up a good fight. Zaha getting a goal. Firmino and Mane getting the goals for Liverpool. Townsend and Robertson with the assists. Pretty much that's about that. Dan James with the ball. Oh, all these balls that Dan James seemed to put into the box just never seem to find anyone, do they? Yes, it's me. I made a Twitch account. Yes, we noticed. Tips and Tricks 96. A Man United corner. Bad judgment, FPL Tips says. Dan James has got bad judgment. Have some of this, Steve-o, mate. Do you see that?
Yeah, I've seen that from Daily Llama. Very good, yeah.
Amazing.
I hope you see my reactions on the screen. I am reacting to the chat.
No, I'm reading the. Sorry, I can't because I'm reading out the scores, but. Rashford or Martial? Right at the moment, none. Neither. Go for Son. I sold Aubameyang and Tierney. I had enough. Says Staz. Staz, you've finally given up on him. Who did you get in? Played short and out of play. United are just dreadful, aren't they? United are just dreadful.
I genuinely need Martial to get me a goal because the people around me in the Cash Min League,
don't know.
Basically, so far, none of them own him apart from a couple. That's it.
Typical,
but everybody owns Lundstrom, so I need Martial to do something today.
Apparently, the crowd is singing "Sacked" in the morning. Says G-Wiz in chat. Maguire is going balmy. Just took his corner and passed it 4 times. Then Fred overshot the cross. Oh, Lundstrom with the ball.
Oh, God. Block FPL. He didn't have Salah playing, but third on his bench is Cantwell. Oh, well.
It could be worse. You could have Lundstram first on your bench. Oh, please concede. Please concede and get a yellow card. FPL gods, all I ask is you to get a yellow card for Lundstram and a goal conceded. There you go. See if my FPL gods are going to answer my prayers again.
That's an attack on everybody watching this. This isn't an attack on me. This is.
I don't care. They're all rivals. They're all rivals. Can't believe I'm such an idiot for benching Lundstram.
I don't think Pochettino will take a job because I don't want to misquote Planet FPL, but James was saying something along the lines of Tottenham are paying Pochettino or something like this, or something where
a severance
right,
deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, he may not be joining a club. Full stop.
Garden leave.
Yes to hear. Absolutely.
That's quite interesting.
Gabriel De Ropp saying Cantwell third on the bench was a logical move. Absolutely.
Who do you think's... Right, here you go, chat. Here's a question for you. Who do you think's job's more on the line, Emery or Ole?
Oh, Emery. God almighty. Have you seen their team? We're above them, Burnley. God.
Emery. Everyone's saying Emery.
In fact, Arsenal...
It's probably not even a good... It's not... Sorry, guys. That wasn't a great question. I do apologise. I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were.
Arsenal are a minus goal difference. They're the only team in the top 10 that are on minus goal difference. Even we are on a plus for goals, for crying out loud. That's Burnley for anybody that's watching this. That's shambolic.
Where do Sheffield United go? Let me just double check the table because I'm interested in seeing...
They go to 6th. They go above us.
They'll go to 6th.
Oh, no, sorry. No, they go to 5th, above Wolves. They'll go to 5th.
They go to 5th place?
If they win, yeah. If they win today, they'll go to 5th and they'll be 6 points behind Chelsea. But that top 4, if you look at the Premier League,
yeah, I've got it now. Yeah, so that top 4, yeah.
I mean, Wolves being 10 points behind Leicester at the moment in 5th. Sheffield United will of course be 9 points behind. Do you reckon that's a lock, the top 4? Or do you reckon Tottenham will sneak up and get into the top 4 ahead of?
No, Tottenham. I don't think they're going to get into the top 4. I think the biggest surprise for me has been the pure form of Leicester City and the consistency and since 2016 when they last won it. When they won it, I think that I think their team is better now than their 2016 team. What's your thoughts on that statement?
Sorry, say again.
I think the Leicester team now is better than the one that they had when they won the league.
Oh, the one, yeah. I completely agree with you. That was an anomaly, though. Well, that was just all freak circumstances.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think Jamie Vardy is so consistent, and he was scoring pretty much every game. And thank you for the follow, Manash. No, I think Leicester are going to finish in top 4. Unless they have some really unlucky injuries. I think Perez is one to watch. I think Ayoze Perez, I may get in for Martial. If Martial does do nothing in this game, I might get Ayoze Perez in.
So that'd be a -4, wouldn't it? Or have you already done it?
Oh, I don't know. I think people might scream that it's a trap, but I think Perez is getting better. I think he's getting better the longer the more games he's getting with Leicester. I think he's better. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Tielemans or Perez? Before Villa, I don't know, maybe the emotions of this hiding that Sheffield United are giving us at the moment is probably tipping me over the balance at the moment. I think Perez is getting better hair gel. Harvey Barnes, yeah.
No, you want to be getting either from Leicester midfielders, Perez or Maddison.
Madison, I think. Yeah, Maddison.
Maybe Tielemans, but with the form and everything.
Go for Son, yeah, Son. Well, it's the money, isn't it? The money with Son. I don't have the money in the bank to go Martial to Son. I'd have to transfer out. Hudson-Odoi and bring in. Would I have enough? I wonder if I'd have enough. Let me just have a play on my phone. Steve, you just comment on the chat.
Comment on the chat. Well, I'm just looking at...
How you doing, man? 1 minute of added time left, and then we're going to be at half time.
I was seriously thinking of getting rid of Trent Alexander-Arnold, to be honest with you, and just save the money. Because Liverpool they just cannot. They cannot keep a clean sheet for life and the money. You know, he's not returning any attacking returns whatsoever. I'll have 5.2 in the bank. I could get someone like, I don't know, whoever from Sheffield United. Let's just say Ender Stevens. Do that for a -4. I'd have then Mane, De Bruyne, Son, Pulisic. A front three of Vardy, Kane, and Jimenez. I'd have no Liverpool defenders, but
I really want to get rid of Hudson-Odoi, but I can't. Oh, I'm trapped with Hudson-Odoi, eh?
Why did you get him in the end? Was it because of me, was it?
No, I just think at the time, obviously, it was before Pulisic kind of made a statement, like a real statement, and it was kind of a bit of a punt in the terms of the fact that a few people were talking about him being a great option. Thank you for the follows, by the way, guys. And just he had a great cup run, didn't he, where he scored a few, and big mistake on that one. He warmed the bench up.
I like this question from Daily Llama where he says that if I was to change anything this season, what would it be? I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm sick to death saying this. Number 1 is going with my gut. And number 2, going with the history's captaincy options. End of. That's it. I'll never forget what John Harris said during the 1-year anniversary stream. And he was essentially speaking to Daily Llama. And he was just saying how if I'd have just gone with the history's captaincy choice, I'd be, I said it, I'd be like whatever it was in the cash mini, like 25th or something, whatever it was. So that's the biggest regret, Llama, not going with my guts and also not going with the captaincy of the history. But to be honest with you, I've kind of decided to start going with my gut, like this whole transfers this week. Again, have they paid off? Yeah. Kane got me a goal. Who else did I get in? Gazzina. I'm happy to have him for the foreseeable future. Last week I did a -8 and it all paid off with Pulisic, Jimenez and Vardy, I think it was. I can't even remember now. I'm just thinking, I'm just doing an FPL booner. Just think, I'll just stuff it. I'm just getting so sick of this game this year. And looking at everybody around us in the Cash Mini League, just taking hits after hits, doing so. I mean, Charlie, for crying out loud, he's taking a hit every single game.
We are going to do call-ins shortly, yeah. Well, in fact, why don't we get someone on whilst half time? Guys, if you want to come on the show, come into the waiting room. I'm going to flick the kettle on because I fancy myself a cup of tea. Come and join the waiting room. Steve-O, feel free to join, to drag someone in. We'll get calls on. We'll have one caller during this half-time break, and we'll have more callers. Sunday surgery to come afterwards. I'll be right back.
To be fair, Charlie, Show Me the Mane did actually come on Discord, and he did congratulate various people. Let's bring on. Well, completely misjudged that there. Coolio 2 foot. So I'll get you up once I can actually drag this stupid thing up here. It's so small. Right. Where are we? Oh, he was there. Okay, we'll have FPL tips on then. FPL tips, afternoon. Hello, FPL tips.
Hello.
Good afternoon. You're live on air.
Perfect.
How are you finding the game so far?
Well, very one-sided, as I think you two are as well.
FPL tips. Where's the best place to find your team, buddy?
I will post.
Yeah, you post it in the team screenshots. I'll get it up on the screen.
Oh, yeah, so you were saying about the game, very one-sided.
He's just left Discord. Oh, he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. Obviously, FPL tips there.
He made a very interesting comment there. He said that I wanted to bring you up on it. He said that here he is. He said very one-sided, like me and you.
Yeah, very one-sided. What was this then? Sorry. Hello, FPL tips. Welcome back.
Yeah, I've just posted my team in the team screenshot section.
Are you sure, or did you post it in the rate my team?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. There. Yeah,
it's just come up. It's just come up.
Oh right, yeah, okay. Let me get it up here. There we go. Open that up. Thank you for the follow, Kilgore. Much appreciated, buddy.
Yeah, very one-sided so far. Man U look like they really don't have anything. Their front three especially don't look connected at all. The ball's either going out wide to James or Rashford, and Martial doesn't seem to be particularly involved, which is a bit of a shame as I do own him. But I think they're struggling without McTominay. I think they miss him. I think that this only having two in midfield isn't particularly working. They're being outrun by the Sheffield United midfield quite a lot.
That's a fair point. Steve, I'm just going to make this cup of tea and I'll be back shortly, FPL tips, to ask you a few questions about your team.
No problem.
Were you happy with the Mane captaincy in the end?
Yeah, I was. I didn't really know who I was going to do. I almost sold Martial for Richarlison and captained him. So I'm glad I didn't do that.
What made you bench Salah?
Well, I benched Salah because Johnson doesn't play, so he was always going to come on.
So you've got zero coming off the bench?
Yeah, but then Salah didn't play, so then Rico comes off my bench, and Rico got 0 anyway, so...
Yeah. Good.
So, all in all, I should have started Greenwood.
Oh, but you've got Nick Pope coming off the bench.
Yeah, I do.
Weren't you the one that said that you like doing this as well?
Yeah, I do it every week, just as a little... because you look at my team and you think I'm on 43, and I do get 9 points off the bench from Pope, but...
Unbelievable. What are your thoughts on getting rid of... I brought it up about getting rid of Trent Alexander-Arnold just for the fact that, number one, they don't keep clean sheets. Number two, he's just not getting the assists. Or even a goal, maybe. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I raised it in one of my group chats the other day. I think I'm going to keep him because their fixtures coming up are great. And if you I don't know if you watched the Liverpool game at the weekend. For the second goal, he so nearly had the assist for that.
Well, I'll hear it every week. Nearly. He's the nearly man, but he just doesn't seem to get it.
I'm starting to come to the edge with him, but I don't see it's worth a transfer unless... Because I've still got my first wild card. So when that comes around, I may then play it then, but I may then sell him then, but I'm not planning on selling him until then.
Have you thought about... I'm just looking at it now, that's crazy. Have you thought about maybe swapping to Robertson, just a straight swap, or do you see that as a waste? Because Robertson's last 5 fixtures, he's returned 3 assists and a goal, whereas Alexander-Arnold has received only returned 1 assist.
I started the season with Robertson in my team, and then just before the Chelsea game, I transferred Robertson to Trent because Trent was doing well, and Trent then scored. And then since then, Trent has done nothing, and I've sold Robertson. So it's not ended well, so I'm kind of reluctant to make the switch back because I feel like it's just end badly again.
Jinxing everything. Brilliant.
I've already made 2 transfers as well.
Yes, I saw this on Twitter. Remind me what it was again?
So I've sold Salah. and I've sold Mason Greenwood, and I've brought in Jamie Vardy finally, and I've bought Harvey Barnes. And the reason I bought Harvey Barnes is because he'll sit on my bench every week, but he'll be first on my bench. So I wanted someone with good fixtures and playing in a strong team, but I didn't need the likes of Perez because it wasn't worth the extra cash because he's going to sit on my bench.
Why? So you got rid of Greenwood and Salah
to get Vardy
and Barnes, but Barnes is going to be. It's like the same scenario with Jason and Hudson-Odoi. Don't you feel it's a lot of money to be putting on the bench?
It is, but then I do feel like if you looked at my bench before this week, I had Greenwood, who plays about 1 minute, Rico, who's not got good fixtures, and Johnson. And with the Christmas coming up, I felt like having one strong player on my bench in case I needed someone. Normally, I don't like so much cash, but just over this period, I thought it might be worth it.
How are you doing this year as an overall rank?
I'm about 400k, but I was about 4 game weeks ago. I was 1.5 million. So
like me, you're climbing up and up and up at the moment.
Yeah, climbing at the moment, and I'm hoping that Vardy, because I feel like I'm getting green arrows, but then Vardy scores every week, and it just makes my green arrows so small. So I'm hoping that I've got him now. It will stop that happening.
The question of the weekend is: do we jump on Spurs assets? I think that we should. Your thoughts on that?
I like their Bournemouth fixture, but their 4 after that for me aren't amazing, and especially for me then having my wild card still, it means that in game week 17 when their fixtures become really nice, it's kind of an easy way for me to buy one then. So I'm kind of holding off until that point.
Yeah, another Hoops is saying he likes your moves, but he thinks that you should have got an Aston Villa midfielder instead of Harvey Barnes. What do you think on that?
So I did consider McGinn and Grealish, but over the next 4 or 5 game weeks, their fixtures aren't very good at all, apart from this Newcastle game. So, and then a lot of it is because I still have my first wild card. If I didn't have that, then I might have looked longer term and got one of them in. But because in game week 18, when I wild card, I can then switch to one of them when their fixtures become good, which is why I didn't go with them.
Yeah, I have no idea why another Hoops. If you want to tell us why you've just offered advice of getting an Aston Villa midfielder, because Man United, Chelsea away next, and then Leicester at home, they're not exactly the most encouraging of results. A question on yesterday's fixtures: what was the standout game for you? What results stood out which you were thinking, good God, that's made me prick up my ears, so to speak?
Let me just get them up. I can't remember what happened.
Hello, Vince
yesterday.
Chapman. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Twitch, dude. The home of the emotes, where everybody can spam only one emote without getting told off by Nightbot. But welcome.
I mean, I've always been, for the past couple of weeks, and it was in my differential article, I've been shouting about Danny Ings. And he got another goal yesterday, and his upcoming fixtures are pretty unbelievable. So...
yeah, but the problem is that the players that you'd replace him with are on good form as well.
This is it. The only person that I'd ever consider selling for him is Jimenez because his fixtures aren't great, but that's not going to happen. It's just Watford at home, Norwich at home, Newcastle away, West Ham at home, Villa away over the next 5 for Ings. So if you're looking for a differential, he's a great pick, but I think there's maybe better options.
Will you bring him in yourself, though?
I just want to before you answer, I just want to say Max Woods. I was going to bring that comment up. He's just quickly. He said it. He's written it twice, but Aurier got me 7 bonus points on the last 3 games. Crying emoji, crying with laughter emoji. Well, the thing is with Aurier is he got very lucky with his points. I think on 2 occasions he got subbed off before Tottenham conceded, and obviously he's obviously got an assist. But yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, I think there was an element of luck with all those bonus points, but
what is interesting is that after the game, Mourinho, talking about Foyth, mentioned that he was planning on playing him as a centre back, which would mean that he said something like Yeah, we can play Davinson Sanchez at centre-back. We've also got the likes of Dyer and Foyth who play there as well, which makes me think that Aurier may be more nailed now than there was under Poch, because we did see a lot of rotation in that left-back, right-back spot.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, he is bombing forward, to be fair. He is looking good. And, yeah, he just seems to be getting those point holes. Well, yeah, thank you ever so much again to you guys coming on. I've noticed quite a few names that I recognise from. Hello, Chill Out FPL, welcome. Another Hoops who's come over from YouTube too. Paul the FPL, Jason, Chris Smalling got a goal and 2 assists for Roma today.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah.
Literally, I think it's just a curse at United at the moment. I really do. Lingard's coming on. Oh, well, the game's ended.
I think he might be switching to 4 at the back. I don't know, but we'll see who's coming on for now.
Hey, Tobias. Hey, Rory. Thank
Jones,
you.
Jones off.
Oh, Phil Jones off. God.
Yeah, 4 at the back again.
It's 45 minutes too late. Bringing Jones on.
FPL tips. You said earlier on that you're watching the game as well as listening to the stream. Is this how you normally watch games? Do you listen to a podcast or whatever, any other audio, and just keep the game on mute, or is this just a unique experience for yourself?
I do it sometimes when you two are on, but I don't normally. So like on a Sunday if it's on, or when there's on the Saturday when you're doing your Saturday 3:00 stuff, I'll have BT Score on in the background. But apart from that, no.
Did you enjoy yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I watched some of it, and then I went out to watch the Chelsea game. So,
what did you think of that?
Well, as a Chelsea fan, I was pleased with the first 45 minutes. We were a bit sloppy, but again, I feel like Chelsea are in a place at the moment we're not expected to win that, and our performance was still really positive. That Frank doesn't want to go and sort of sit back on City. I feel like we really did take the game to them. So I'm positive about the result yesterday. So
brilliant.
Well, thank you ever so much, FPL Tips guys on YouTube.
First caller on Twitch, FPL.
First caller on Twitch, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you on with us. And
go
check him out. Give him a follow on social media, and we'll check out his YouTube as well. He's a fellow content creator, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. And speak to you again soon, buddy.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Cheers guys. Take care, mate. People are waiting in the waiting room. We will have more callers on at the conclusion of the game. We're into the second half now. This is interesting. Obviously, Phil Jones coming off, Lingard coming on. Is it going to be enough firepower?
Do you want to?
Who knows?
I've just seen a comment here, but it's not the first person that said this. Undisputed Don.
Is it the Don? Is that the Don from YouTube?
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I'm liking Twitch, guys. Daily Llama.
What? Oh my God! Rashford towards the byline, and a challenge comes in. Sorry.
No.
To Saltram saying, "How on earth have I got Lunchroom on the bench?" Very good question. Why on earth have I got Lunchroom on the bench? I'm going to be asking myself this same question probably for the next, until I go to bed.
We're listening to it on the radio. FPL Tips should be doing that. But in all seriousness, we've had a few comments talking about Twitch and everything. And just Jason, again, your thoughts on Twitch and why you enjoy it more, basically.
Well, I've.
And in fact,
I was before Twitch was a thing. There was a thing called Justin TV, and I was watching YouTube, not like YouTube. But I was watching YouTube videos, but I was also watching Justin TV when kind of streaming started really kicking off, and then it became Twitch, and then it eventually got bought by Amazon. So Amazon actually owned Twitch, which really kind of kicked them into the next sort of level, really. Twitch is just a better streaming service than YouTube. There's no argument. The problem is a lot of people like yourself, Steve-O, who it's more centered for it used to be purely centered for people that were playing video games, but more and more podcasts now. you're seeing more podcasts being featured on Twitch. You're seeing more talk shows being featured on Twitch. You're seeing more reality, not reality, but they just call it like chat, just chatting. And like you're seeing way more of that now on Twitch. And the thing is, up until now, there's not really been much of a presence, a fantasy football presence. Certainly not. I think there's an American fantasy football there is, but not FPL presence on Twitch. I'm not sure reasoning why. Probably because Twitch is kind of, again, got the stigma for the video gaming and the younger people. But honestly, I think that Twitch is a really good platform, and who knows? We may have this may become more cemented in our sort of, on our channel. Really, I mean, we've got YouTube and we've got Twitch. We don't really want to have to decide between them, so we've got both of them. We do both. But
I mean, I've seen quite. I mean, Greasy Trumpet evening, Nick Domain afternoon. I mean, guys.
What's the quality like? What's the quality like? Can you notice?
Yeah, people in chat, let us know what you think about this.
Give us your feedback. Experience. Give us your live feedback while we're waiting for Martial to score a hat trick. Give us your live feedback. Let us know, is the quality really good? Because I personally think it's double the quality of YouTube. What's the latency like? What's the, would you guys like to see more focus on Twitch going forward? Because we know the YouTube channel is the key. The YouTube channel is always going to be the YouTube channel, but obviously we want to get feedback from you guys.
And just to clarify, if for example we were streaming on YouTube now,
yes,
but we're doing it through Twitch, the same quality would be
exactly here. The same quality would be here. So it would always be the better quality on there.
I think could you? I don't know if this should be kept on air or not, but could you stream on Twitch as well as? Sorry, let me just clarify this. Could your main setup be on Twitch and then stream through YouTube, or does it have to be the other way around?
Well, we can have it on both. We can have the chat from both YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, Lundstrom's being booked.
Yes. That's part of my prayer to the FPL gods. Part 1 of my prayer has been answered. Now all I need Man United to score, and if they score, then I must sacrifice something to the FPL gods. Now, what must I sacrifice to the FPL gods? Because
come on, Martial. That's all I care about. Martial to score.
Martial to score. That'll be good.
Come on, Jason. Pray for us.
It's a goal, 2-0. What the? Please do not be Lundstrom.
I think it'll be Lundstrom.
It's Fleck with the assist. Fleck with the assist. Mousse with a goal. Fleck with the assist. Manchester United shambles. What is going on?
Shaban's just put up an emoji right now. It actually looks like FPL Penguin.
That emoji is absolutely brilliant. This is what Man United are. In one emoji, that is what Manchester United are. This is what I feel right now.
The thing is, though, it's good, Jason.
Twitch has got some amazing emojis.
Very clever. I'll actually look at them myself.
Yeah, they got some really good ones. Like, if you're not sure about a transfer, you could always do this one. I'm done with United, says V Mystery in chat. FPL Mechanic. What is going on with United? This is shocking. This is shocking. Poch to United, says Dark Gam. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. But then... Oh my god, they almost had a third. They're literally carving through United like a knife through butter at the moment.
I mean, obviously, from my point of view, our little rivalry, I want Lundstrom to score. It ain't going to happen, but I really do want
Migraine
Martial.
boy, that's a bit of a... That is a very dodgy emoji.
Which one's that? Oh, that one by McGrain Boy.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
United's midfield looks awful without McTominay.
Yeah, FPL Tips just said that. He just said that.
You're getting sacked in the morning. Here we go. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. That's what I'm hearing at the moment. Oh my God. This is the worst. I'm going to say that we have taken a step back from the Van Gaal era. I actually liked Van Gaal. Louis, I actually liked him. Seems like a million years ago now. You suck. Alex Jensen, yeah. Couldn't agree more. Ollie's at the wheel. That car crashed a while back, didn't it? It seems that we just seem to be just on a slippery slope. I mean... could we get these 2 goals? Twitch, you can play any music you want, no copyright. Rory, I mean, I know that Twitch has got way more. I mean,
flexibility.
Well, they're just more understanding. Put it that way. They don't. Oh God, ball bounces for Rashford in the penalty area. No, the thing is Twitch and you. Right, the problem with YouTube. I'm gonna just get this out. I'm gonna get this out right now. Right.
Should this be for members?
No. Well, yeah, it should be for members. But the problem with YouTube is that they've got this system which is mainly just it can be open to abuse, and anyone can report anyone. Anyone can report anyone, and it's just the whole fact that someone can take your stream down for a week without any kind of mitigation, without any conversation about exactly what's happened. YouTube don't want to know. You either get a retraction from them or you then contest it. And then you contest it and you've got to go through all the red tape in contesting it. It takes almost twice as long to go through the contesting than it does to just sit out and wait for the punishment, in inverted commas, to kind of be expired. And it just really annoys me. I remember lots of people on YouTube talking about these copyright strike issues. I remember a lot of content creators talking about it. Never would I have imagined that we would receive one, because we're just 2 guys talking into the camera about real world events. Let's be honest, it's real world events. We've literally don't take anything from. We don't take anything that's licensed to anyone. We don't. I mean, the closest thing we did yesterday was have like a couple of sentences played out off of radio, and we had the blooming Tom Jones parody that SMZ made like 3 months ago, and that was completely nothing to do with that copyright strike. It absolutely had nothing to do with the copyright strike. It's purely the title of the video. The title of Steve-O's video was the reason that we got the copyright strike. Steve-O put a title up saying Chelsea versus Man City live reaction or whatever, live something, and somebody saw it who's working for a French radio network, and they think, oh well, they're obviously streaming the game, aren't they? They need to be banned, or they need to have their content taken down. Well, and then that's it. Once they do that, you can't really do anything.
Wow.
So there you go. Literally, you're at the mercy of YouTube, and they just don't want to know. I say stick with Twitch. I mean, it is a better platform for streaming, but I do think the majority of people go to YouTube for their fantasy football content. Yes. We won't grow if we stay on. It has to be a mutually. It can't be exclusive to Twitch. We'd have to. We can't move to Twitch. We'll continue to do both, and the more people that learn about Twitch, the more people will stay in Twitch, and the more people that watch us via Twitch. That's fine. There's no reason we can do one or the other. There's no reason why we can't do both. There really isn't. We can have Twitch chat and YouTube chat.
I think reality moving forward is, you've already answered this point, but the fact that we can just stream on YouTube and do it at the same time on Twitch. People could just decide what to watch us on, basically. You
guys, I don't want to force people to watch us on one platform. I said it originally. I mean, I put a poll up and loads of people were like, no, you stay on YouTube. We don't want you going on Twitch. But the reality of it, guys, is what happens if next week we put a stream title up? And I'll tell you now, what's stopping us getting another copyright strike for us reacting to real world events? What's to stop us getting another copyright strike? And then the next one, if we get another one, we get a ban for live streaming for, I think it's 30 days. No, it's 2 weeks. So the first one's a week, then it's 2 weeks, and then the third one you're banned. You're gone. It's against YouTube's terms of service to advertise Twitch on YouTube. No, it's not.
No, they've got. I don't think it's. I do know that there's some. What is it? The competition between the two of them, YouTube and Twitch. Essentially, I think they just hate each other. I heard it on a podcast. They don't like it. In fact, one huge YouTuber joined Twitch, and he can't broadcast on YouTube anymore.
I know that if you become a Twitch partner, you're not allowed to simultaneously stream on Twitch and YouTube. You sign a contract. When you become a Twitch partner, you sign a contract to say you're not going to stream at the same time.
Right.
So
that makes more sense.
We wouldn't be able to become a Twitch partner or affiliate without we can do it with us not being. As soon as Twitch start to make money from our content, they don't want anything to.
That's right. That's what it is. You're spot on, Jason. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'd quite happily keep Twitch non-partnered just so we can stream on both. Doesn't bother me. I mean, doesn't bother me at all. Should I remove that video then about us being on Twitch? I don't know. Don't want to get any more trouble.
A Gravy Dave. No, it wasn't on Joe Rogan. It was on an obscure podcast. You wouldn't have a clue. I'm probably one of only a few people that listen to the specific podcast. But I heard that on. But I do think that moving forward, in all seriousness, I think it's probably going to be us doing the usual on YouTube and just
just do the usual on YouTube and then have it. You guys, we're gonna.
Although I do like, don't get me wrong, Zimmy Pog. You should get a partner on Twitch and then just upload highlights and videos on YouTube. Again, this is at the end of the day, this is a future. Discussion.
This is a future thing. I mean, we're not. At the end of the day, I am blown away by the amount of support that you guys have given us over what happened yesterday, and also it makes me realize how lucky we are to have such a awesome community, because the fact that you guys have been making Twitch accounts, downloading an app on your phone, on your laptop or on your iPad or whatever, and spending time with us reacting to the FPL results, is just really amazing, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Ollie gets sacked in the morning. Sorry, Stephen.
They are getting more popular as well. The Saturday FPL Live, they're getting very, very popular indeed. I really enjoy doing them. I think they're brilliant.
I agree with you, Stephen. I think there's a massive hole in the football community where you don't have content creators live during the matches, and we want to make it a regular thing. We want this to be the kind of the thing that drives people to our channel. The fact that we are emotional about FPL, the fact that we take it very seriously, the fact that you guys get to come on and talk to us about it. We've got people in the waiting room already. We've got people wanting to talk about their game weeks. We've got people wanting to share with us, that like us being down the pub. I liken it to us just sitting down in the pub, talking about football, but talking about fantasy football. And as far as I'm concerned, a group of people talking about fantasy football isn't copyright, and it's not going to change anything. And
I mean, people were saying in chat about changing the titles. Well, I saw two very, very big YouTubes yesterday, channels with the exact same title, and it was the same old, just sitting around a table talking about the game. That was it. That's all it was, and they weren't deleted. And guess what? Swearing away. It's just an unfortunate for me and Jason. It's just pure misfortune that this happened.
Oh
yesterday.
No, it's I literally was gobsmacked when I saw it. I was absolutely gobsmacked because I
thought what it was. So when I uploaded the thumbnail, because both me and you, you were the one that said it.
Yeah, the thumbnail was kind of looked like you were streaming the game, didn't it?
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with that. And when you actually see what it was about, you're like, what? Just crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Can you get a sub button without being a partner? You can by being an affiliate, which is one down from being a partner. But by being an affiliate, you have to sign a contract to say that you're exclusively creating content for Twitch only. Who knows? The FPL community... I think the FPL community just need to hear about Twitch being... a platform that they can use. And I mean, who knows, in 12 months, 24 months, we may be getting 500 people watching us on Twitch. Who knows? You never know. I mean, people will always go where the content is. Let's be honest with you. And let's be honest, the content is on YouTube. You've got such talented FPL streamers on YouTube producing content. Why would you want to flick between them? But if we're constantly on Twitch and people enjoy watching us on Twitch, then more people will come over to Twitch. And I don't want to sound mental, but we could possibly be part of the reason that the community on FPL grows on Twitch. And what's to stop that from happening, guys? What's to stop, us to get a massive following on Twitch? I mean, if we carry on doing it, you never know.
I'll tell you what, Jason,
No, nothing.
I'm so tempted to buy that -4.
What -4 are you thinking about doing, Steve?
Martial out. Trent Alexander-Arnold out. Bulldog and Son in.
Bulldog?
I've said it 2 weeks ago that I want to double, if not triple.
I would go for who are the transfers? Sorry.
TAA and Martial out for Bulldog and Son. I could get Ender Stevens, It doesn't matter what you say.
If you'd have spoke to me about, if you'd have said that to me before this game week, I would have been like, no. But now, this is a reality check. I mean, the reality check is that you can't trust United no matter what. And I had my United tinted glasses on, and I thought, oh yeah, Martial's playing really good. Now Rashford, Martial, Dan James, blah blah blah. They can hit teams on the counter attack. They've got pace. They can hit them and they can score. Blah 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 blah. And this is a big reality check, and that reality check is United are a different beast at home to what they are away.
I mean, Gravy Dave's saying about Dele Alli. Absolutely, I know that James from Planet FPL is saying exactly that. Keep your eye on Dele Alli. He says, well, he got an assist yesterday. And he's the kind of player that...
Musette has apparently got an injury. It looks like a hamstring. Rest in Pilgrim. Thank you for that information.
Also, I found out today that let's be honest here, Now TV charge $9.99 per match. And I just...
Well, that's... Yeah, but you get the month pass, can't you? You can get the month pass.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you get a day pass on Now TV. You get a day pass. You get
which is $9.99.
You get a week pass, and I think you get a month pass.
Let us know in chat, please, because
but you need to watch for Now TV, because what Now TV do in pre-season, they'll do a massive offer. I did it a couple of years ago. You get 12 months. You get 12 months, or no, you get the whole Premier League season, but you get it for like, it's not half price, but you get it from quite a big discount. But the only catch is you got to pay it all in one. Again, it cost me 180 quid. That's what it was. It cost me 180 quid for a whole Premier League season of Sky Sports, and that was a bargain.
That's crazy because it's £55 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it was 180 quid, and that was like a couple of seasons ago when I bought that. And did you know? Yeah, Chaban82 in chat saying that all matches are on Amazon Prime this weekend. I wonder if you could. Yeah, this next weekend. No, you can't. No way. I wouldn't even try to use footage from Amazon Prime. Because it's still owned, but it's still the rights are still owned by the Premier League. Doesn't matter who's streaming it. I
was thinking that Resting Pilgrim, something around Black Friday.
You guys are answering us almost after I'm saying. Like, that's insane.
Maybe that's a benefit to Twitch.
We'll
have to do our research.
It's almost instant, yeah. Like literally almost instant. So somebody asked a question. I did say earlier chat goes through a lot quicker. Yeah, Paulie FPL, it does. It seems to go through a hell of a lot quicker. But going back to this game, United are blooming. I'm so glad that I haven't been to Old Trafford this season, because I'd be leaving the game right now.
How often would you normally go?
If we were playing at home, of course, which we're not.
How often would you normally go, Jason, to Old Trafford? A season, once, twice?
2 or 3 times, probably.
Oh,
it's not that long. It's not long. It's not that long of a trip, because I'm right on the M5. I'm pretty much just off the M5. And we've got friends who we're part of a group of season ticket holders that we can get access to season tickets when we want, really. YouTube and Twitch both have a default delay time, even if you put a delay on. Oh, interesting. You get one of every Premier League games in South Africa. Yeah, Greasy Trumpet in South Africa. I was talking to Nasu about it at Supersport. Supersport in South Africa is amazing. You get all the channels. You literally could set up loads of screens and have every game on. Vardy set and forget captain for the next 4 games. Simeon, that is exactly what I said earlier on in the stream. Absolutely. It was a good discussion on True Geordie podcast yesterday and how other countries can show all matches and UK can't. Well, actually, the reason the UK can't stream games at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock
that's that ban, isn't it?
Is because since the 1960s, the Burnley chairman, Burnley of all people, blooming goal.
Williams.
You've got him, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
The 19-year-old Williams. Brandon Williams. He's not in your starting 11, though, is he?
No, of course he's not in my blood. Oh, hold on a minute. Who's going to have a go at me? What person's going to have a go? Why didn't you start Williams? Why did you start?
Wait, no, you don't.
Arnold.
You don't. Hang on, yeah, you do. You do. This isn't your team. Let's get your team up. Why on earth, Steve-O? You call yourself a fantasy football...
Did someone say the other day?
Content creator, and you've got Williams on your bench. What are you thinking? Benching Brandon Williams? Surely you should be playing him. Surely. Absolute nightmare.
He started today.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not even first on your bench, mate. You play Rico higher. You rate Rico more than Williams.
What was it?
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Get him out of here, guys. Get him out of here.
What was it? You don't know. I don't think you know how to play this game, Steve, or anything. Yeah. You're right. God almighty.
That's such a blooming schoolboy error, that is. Putting Brendan Williams second sub. Unbelievable.
I even played Pulisic ahead of Williams.
I
know. And Martial.
Yeah, Martial, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Williams has got more points than Kane.
Let's just refresh this.
Crying out loud.
Oh, God. So, Martial is going to be out your team, is he?
I'm one of those managers. One of those FPL players where it's like, if you ain't done anything for me over the last X amount of time, I'm going to get you gone, but...
I can't really. I don't want to take a -4. I don't want to take...
Serve me well.
Is it worth taking a -4? I'm going to ask you and I'm going to ask the chat. Is it worth me taking a -4 to get rid of Martial?
I got him in game week 11, Martial. I'm going to see. I think he's given me 2 assists.
Oh, mixed reactions here. FPL Tips says wait after Villa, not before Villa. Brandon Williams is it? Yes, he is because Steve-O owns him. Look, second sub, Brandon Williams. Martial to Son. You should keep him for next week. You didn't know you had Williams, says Zimmy Pog. Yep, Steve-O's got Williams.
Yeah, forget Mark Southerns. Come to Steve.
Oh God, yeah. The thing is, can United get that equaliser? How long we got left? Can't be long now, surely.
I mean, Gladstone Mongrel is saying he's got to be a shoo-in for left back. Is he a guaranteed starter, Jason? I know he played really well. Was it last week?
He's playing really well. That's the thing. He is playing really well. I think Mark that on merit, if we are talking about players having their positions on merit, I think he should be given the position. But when Luke Shaw's back, is Ollie going to just drop him straight away, or is he going to stick with the youth? I hope he sticks with Williams. I think that we try to pride ourselves on our youth and trying to bring them through. Look at Rashford. Look at Lingard. Oh God, come on, get another goal.
Oh, come on, here he is, Camby Labacta.
Right, my boy is Milkshake and Paw Patrol. What have I missed?
Not much.
What episode of Paw Patrol is he watching? I've seen the one where they're doing the Dance Dance Boogie about 1 million times. How is Steve-O not bothered by the Lundstrom losing his clean sheet? Well, Steve-O's not bothered about Lundstrom losing his clean sheet because of the amount of people in the Cash Mini League that have Lundstrom playing. So therefore, it's pretty much a neutral player of his. His main differential being Martial doing absolutely nothing. And of course, we both own Martial.
But not many of my rivals do. That's the key. Key is Martial is not owned by many of my rivals around me. So I need Martial to score.
It's a goal. 2-2.
Here's a goal.
Come on!
Greenwood.
Get in! Who was it?
Greenwood.
I told you Greenwood was going to be that player that everyone should be getting in. That bargain player. Gameweek 1, didn't I?
Has just jinxed Sheffield United. He just come up with a stat and then...
Rashford assist.
How many Greenwood benches are there?
How long we got left?
Go into that.
How long we got left?
That's amazing, isn't it? So Rashford assist.
Ole's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? I'm telling you now, right? I always believed in Ollie. 15 minutes left. Okay, we can do this. We can get this. Right, the winning goal, Martial. That would be brilliant.
Is he still on the pitch, Martial?
Is he? He is. He's not.
He is.
Yeah, he's still on the pitch. I've not heard his name. I've not heard his name once.
Yeah. Hilarious. So now we can add that stat. What was it? How many teams have scored 2 or more against Sheffield United this year? Leicester, Chelsea, and now Man U.
Wow. I'm so glad I didn't play Lundstrom. So ultimately, I'm losing out on 2 points.
Really?
Yeah, even though Lundstrom's got an assist, I'm missing out on 2 points as it stands at the moment. If Lundstrom, however, gets the winning goal, I may just crumble in my chair. I genuinely feel like I might just crumble.
Lundstrom. He won't do anything, but please come up with that goal. Just to remind everybody, Sunday surgery will be following this.
Rashford scores! Come on! Get in, Rashford! Get in! We're going to be getting Europa this season, guys. Don't you just wait. You just watch. Burnley, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Who got the assist? Williams.
You're joking.
It's VAR. Oh no, VAR. Possible VAR. I don't want to celebrate anymore. This is how I'm actually. What am I doing? I'm actually thinking, am I going to be left? Am I going to be made to look stupid in a minute because they're going to turn around and say
it's Daniel James?
James.
No, Moore's got him.
Ah.
Marlon Moore has got.
And of course, Martial does absolutely nothing. 3 goals scored by Man United, and Martial does absolutely nothing. It's offside, apparently. What? No. Don't say that, Chelsea flyer. There's nothing being said. Nothing being said on no, doesn't look it. Says, well, we've got people saying it is. We've got people saying there isn't. The game's restarted, so it's too late now.
How ironic's that when VAR needs to be used? Oh, it's not used.
Did VAR even came up? Did it come up at all? Because I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about VAR.
If you're a Lundstrom owner, can you just blame FPL Tips? He's the one that jinxed everything. Before he jinxed it, it was Sheffield United 2-0. Now they're 3-2 down after FPL Tips posted that Sheffield United are the only team in the Premier League not to concede in the last 15 minutes. Bang. Brilliant.
This is the Man United that I know and love. 2-0 coming back. 3-2 comeback. Oh, I wish I was watching the game right now.
Well, Now TV.
Maybe I should be getting Now TV. What do you reckon, chat? Maybe we can get sponsorship from Twitch and I can afford to get Now TV. What do you reckon? Wink, wink.
Should you be saying that, Jason?
Freedom of speech, my friend. I've not signed any contract to say that I can't. I've not got a gagging order. I'm literally free to say what I want when I want.
Oh, you go above us. You'll be above us. You'll be in 6th place above us. We'll go down to 7th.
Martial almost got an assist. Well,
no, he didn't. Martial to Lingard.
Oh, right, okay, all right, okay. Okay, maybe I was pushing it a little bit. But I heard Martial's name, all right?
Martial's name.
I got excited because I heard Martial's name for the first time in 50 minutes.
I need Martial. I'm desperate for Martial to do something. God. Our man Dylan's here. My goodness, afternoon, oh man. Williams is in my team now.
Wonder if another Hoops makes a brilliant comment. Wonder if Vince Chapman is back to being a United fan again. Romello, because that would certainly get us in a lot of trouble. That's why.
And it's illegal.
And it's illegal. And it's about 3 minutes behind. Lingard takes a shot to the start. Oh, Camby. What a pillock. Captain Lunchroom this week. It was all going so well, Camby. It really was. I was looking forward to having you on the show.
Lost your bet as well. Lost your bet with the other chef.
I mean, it was definitely an eyebrow-raising captaincy choice, but when he got that assist, I thought, you absolutely nailed it, mate. Lundstrom's down to 3 points. He is down to 3 points, yeah. So, ironically, even though he got an assist, Martial's coming off. Great. Thanks, Martial.
Damn. Oh, man. Fun while it lasted, Jason. Not.
Dan James against United looks great. And for the last 10 minutes...
bye to Martial in a minute.
Dan James looks great, and for the last 10 minutes he looked good too. Dan James is a great player, don't get me wrong. He just needs to really sort his cross out. You know, he can do everything, but if he can really pinpoint those crosses, who knows? Lundstrom for the equaliser. We're back to singing Ollie's praises. No. This is a good result. Oh, Maguire coming in. If Lundstrom scores to make it 3-3, Camby's going to probably run down the street with very, very, very little on, I'd imagine. He's probably going to be over the moon. When Sheffield conceded, my rank didn't change, meaning everyone in the top 200,000 has Lundstrom. That's a very good point. The fact that, ironically, I'm only... You know, if we look at the whole Martial versus Lundstrom for me, because I've pretty much got Lundstrom playing against Martial really to affect my rank, and it hasn't cost me anywhere near as much as I'd worried it would have at the start of the stream.
It's all about tomorrow. McGinn.
Yeah, McGinn. Camby says, I'm nearly 50 years old, so me in the nude doesn't even excite me. Oh, there you go. You wouldn't care. Your neighbours might, though, of course. I wouldn't recommend it. My plan was to go triple Sheffield United defence. Well, safe to say that's no longer the plan. Well, Steve-O was talking about it. Weren't you, Steve-O? You were talking about a possible goalkeeping 30 seconds transfer. Ago, yeah. You were talking about Henderson, Baldock. Is still thoughts of this stout Sheffield United defence, and that maybe doubling or possibly even tripling up is an option? Or have you just? I don't
see why not.
Let's be honest, they are drilled very well defensively, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
Martial was so bad to get today. That's the news I like to hear, Jan Rock. Thank you. Can't believe it. Absolutely no involvement in those 3 goals. Gravy Dave. I've overtaken you in the Cash League, Jason. Happy days. Early days, Gravy Dave. Don't you worry. I've still got my free hit. Still got my triple captain. Oh, wait. No, I haven't. Tamori out for Williams. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to get any Man United players in. I've done that once already, or twice already this year, and it's really not paid off. I'm not going to get rid of Martial for -4. I can't get Son in without taking serious point hits, so I'm not going to do it. Unless I do. The only one I could do is De Bruyne down to Son. That would be the only transfer I could do, and I'm not getting rid of De Bruyne. The first time since 2005 that Man United have had 2 teenagers score in the same Premier League game. Rooney and Rossi was the last game. Wow, Paulie, interesting. Rooney and Rossi. That's a name. That's a player that takes me back.
That's a nice move to hear.
Firmino to Jimenez and Martial to Son. That's Even for a -4, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Apparently, Muse has definitely got a hamstring injury, says FPL Mechanic. It's been confirmed. Not sure where it's been confirmed, but that's what he's saying. Dark Gam in chat saying he just got in Lucas Moura. And like, Lucas Moura is looking very fiery. I mean, the Tottenham did look quite fluid in attack, to be fair. Moura, Ali, Son running really running well. Kane wasn't playing that advanced, though. I did notice that. Any info about the Guerrero injury? It looks quite serious, Jan Rock. It looks like he could be out for quite some time.
Oh, Lucas Moura scored yesterday as well. Okay, it's interesting. So on the radar, it'd be Lucas Moura and Dele Alli then?
No, I think I would put Moura above Ali.
Well, we know Moura's history. If he's given an opportunity, he seems to do very, very well for Tottenham.
Norbets in chat says Magnus Carlsen, chess #1 player. He's a grandmaster in chess. Is in the top 100 OR in fantasy. He's on a wild card and he took in Muse. Wow.
What's his team name, Norbs? If you know it.
I've seen it. It's just Magnus Carlsen is his name, and it's got a weird name. It's a bit like yours.
Right,
Sure,
okay.
it's quite an obscure name.
Okay. Do you know his rank specifically?
He's number 80, I believe.
Right, okay. Right, wow. Interesting. Let's have a look. So look at these.
Hang on. No!
Go on.
McBurney. He's just scored.
Get lost, has he?
Apparently they've ran to the referee. They're going to check the goal. They're going to check it. Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate just yet. Don't just check it yet. Just calm down. It's a handball. It looks like it could be a handball. The ball does strike the arm, but is it in an unnatural position? Is it going to be a VAR decision?
Oh, funny that. Chris Wilder won't be happy. Wilder, he will not be happy.
VAR are reviewing it, and a lot of people in chat are saying it's no way handball. It will be a goal. As long as it hits the hand. If it hits the hand, it doesn't matter if he's pulled his arm away. If it touches the arm, I agree. Bavon in chat is completely right. If the ball touches the arm, it's handball. It won't be a goal. But then again, it's VAR. Let's toss a coin. Literally, just toss a coin. Because you just don't know. Whatever that referee, sat in his little chair with about 15 screens in front of him. It's not clear enough to disallow, people are saying on thigh to arm. The goal stands.
So it's 3-3.
Okay, the goal stood. There we go, goal.
What? Yeah, who got the goal anyway?
McBurney with a goal. Well, I do care if it's Lundstrom. What is going on here?
I'm sick of that name now, Lundstrom. I'm sick of his name. No idea on the assist, no. 3-3. Absolutely extraordinary. Robinson. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Oh my God, Sheffield United are all over us at the moment. It's got to be the last couple of minutes now, surely.
A really ex-Bristol Rovers player. Really, Charlie.
If Lundstrom gets the winner, I'm done. If Lundstrom gets the winner, you're finishing the stream on your own, mate. All right.
Thank God for that. I can go to bed then. I have got this chess players team in front of me, and guess what? It looks exactly like mine. Yeah, I can't.
Well, I'm going to bring up Magnus's team anyway before that dramatic equaliser from Sheffield United came through. So he's 80th in the world. I'm bringing his team up. His name is Kjell Ankadal. Kjell Ankadal is his name. His team is. That's obviously some Scandinavian meaning behind that, I'm sure. Magnus Carlsen played his wild card. Brought in. Hang on, let's see what he's got here. He's got Gazaniga in goal. Alexander Arnold, Soyuncu, Lundstrom. Mane is his captain. Salah, Son, Martial, Abraham Vardy, and Musette. So you can get Dendonka on for Salah.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Absolutely extraordinary. He's got Son. Could be that a move that I make. A reminder to everybody. Jason's already done a transfer to a player that will not be getting injured. Will he reveal all in the stream in a minute? Let's get your votes. A yes, a Y for yes, an N for no. We all wanted to reveal it. Yeah, the crowd are speaking, Jason. They all want you to reveal the transfer.
All 5 of them?
Well, now it's picking up. He's having a go at you, everybody. Only 5 of you saying yes. Look at this, Jason.
I don't see anyone. saying
They're
yes.
All pouring through. Get a Daniel. Is there a Daniel Bryan emoji in there? Yes,
United
yes.
Push in. Well, looks like the game's going to end 3-3. United are trying to play it forward, but then they end up turning around and passing it back. I just heard that Wan-Bissaka turned around and passed it back to the halfway line. Just what you want to do, innit? Dying embers of the game. Trying to get the winner. Game over, guys. Game over. 3-3. Well done to people that had Marcus Rashford. Well done to people that had Dan James. Well done for people that had Baldock. What's your thoughts, Steve-O?
In all seriousness, quite extraordinary. We all expected a very tight game. I was thinking 0-0, 1-1, 1-0 either way, 2-1 either way, and 3. This game just says everything about why you shouldn't bet. You just cannot predict football whatsoever. You just cannot predict it.
Absolutely. Guys, remember to get your calls in. Come and join us on Discord. If you don't know what the Discord is, then please, one of the moderators, could you post the Discord link in the chat, please? Anyone that's joining us this evening on Twitch who is new to the channel, welcome here. We're normally on YouTube, almost on a, I would say, we are a weekly podcast, but we're kind of scheduling over the weekend. We do a Thursday and Sunday surgery, which is what we're going into now.
If anybody is here from Twitch for the first time, let us know in chat.
Yeah.
Let us know in chat. If there's anybody in Twitch right now watching us for the first time, let me and Jason know. That'd be nice. That would
be interesting if we've got anyone here that's first time. First time using Twitch. But yeah, for people that don't know about our channel that use it, that have joined us tonight. First time viewers. First time viewers of the show. That's what I think we're trying to get across. But yeah, guys, come on to Discord. Come into the waiting room. We'll get you on. The Sunday game ending 3-3 in a bit of a late goal fest, and Manchester United conceded 3 goals. Their defence not looking good. However, Brendan Williams coming out as possibly a cheap bench fodder player that Steve-O's grabbed hold of and never thought twice. Now has got a massive benching headache now. Every week, does he play Brandon Williams? My Twitch cherry has been popped, says Greasy Trumpet. Dread FPL first time. I don't recognise that. Is Dread FPL new? Do you recognise Dread FPL?
I don't recognise the name.
Oh, it's the first time Twitch users. But a lot of you guys have got slightly different names on Twitch. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. I watched Jason play Rocket League, says FPL Mechanic. Well, yeah, we won't be doing that tonight. Let's see who we've got in the waiting room. We've got Norbets. Norbets, good evening. You're live on the Sunday surgery. Now we're going into Sunday surgery. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. I've been home all day.
Been home?
And now watch it.
You're tuning into the show, and is this your first time watching us on Twitch?
The first time on Twitch, yeah.
Cool.
I've been to YouTube a lot, so.
Yeah, normally on YouTube. Yeah. And how did you find it today? Having to.
I did find it better actually. Like the quality of the stream is a bit faster, I think. So it works well, but it seems like it has been a bit fewer that has been watching.
Yeah, it seems to be really smooth. A lot of good feedback from the guys in the chat as well. I'm bringing the team up on the screen now. You've got 43 points. Obviously, Lundstrom's points are going to be updated, aren't they? Let me just get it up. He hasn't quite got that many points now.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll just check my team. No, I will be getting 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points from points from Lundstrom. So essentially then, you also own Martial. You own Callum Wilson. So you've got a couple of issues in your team. You own, I would say Mason Mount is going to be a question mark about his positioning now and whether or not he's actually going to be that value for money Chelsea asset that people want in midfield over the likes of Pulisic and Maddison and maybe even Perez now as alternatives. Do you think that, are you happy owning Callum Wilson, Mason Mount, Martial and Rico going forward?
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking of getting. I was thinking about it before the match.
Getting who? Sorry.
If it starts, he has start. I was thinking about getting in Williams.
Williams.
That just scored. Williams, yeah.
Is that because is that because it's a knee jerk because he scored? And I certainly think that wouldn't be a wise move. Who would you move out for Williams?
Like Diop. On the exact. Then
it's just a bench player for a bench player, isn't it? That's a bit.
In a way, yes, but I will get some money for him, and then my move will be to get Callum Wilson out for Lacazette.
Would you be able to afford that?
Yeah, I would be able to afford that actually.
What? So you'd be able to do Diop to Williams, and Callum Wilson to Lacazette?
Well, Williams is only 4 million. Diop's only 4, isn't he?
He's 4.5.
Diop? Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that. Oh.
And West Ham backwards isn't tempting at all. And he's suspended next match as well.
So essentially you're switching out a bench player that isn't guaranteed to start, but is in good chance of holding his place at left back, and then you're upgrading Callum Wilson to Lacazette, which on recent form would suggest a decent upgrade there. And for -4, is that?
Yeah, I will need to take a hit for it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not completely sure either, but I could take out Callum Wilson, getting Jimenez as well. Maybe that's just a wise move, but
Jimenez for Wilson.
Yeah,
again, not a bad move there. I think Martial is obviously going to stay in your team. Obviously, the Aston Villa games, the fixtures aren't too bad. I mean, it's just obviously today's been quite disappointing. Him not actually being involved in anything in those 3 goals. You got any other thoughts? What are your thoughts about Rico? Is he? Are you gonna? Because obviously you got Tomori there on the bench. You'd probably be playing Tomori, won't you, going forward?
Yeah, I would probably be playing Tomori, but you need to have cheap defenders on your bench, and if I have Rico and if I have Williams, I can afford playing Tomori, Lundstrom, and Trent in the back. So I don't have so much money in the back, but I can play TAA back, I can play Lundstrom, and I can play Tomori almost every week. So if some of them has bad fixtures, I can take in either Rico or Williams. I think that's a good shout actually, and a nice defense for that budget.
Just a question I want to ask, because I think that the move, just to answer your question, the move to take out Callum Wilson and to take out Diop, I think will pay off. I do think it'll pay off. Steve-O, do you want to just give your thoughts on that? Diop out for Williams in, to be a starting for the moment, starting bench player, and Callum Wilson to Lacazette, or do you think it's going to be a problem later on down the road that he's going to have to fix out?
I think it's a perfectly fine move. You've made a coherent argument as to who you'll be playing every single week. It's just Lacazette. It's an Arsenal.
I don't know. Maybe I should take in Rashford. I can take him in.
Are you looking for a differential striker? Are you?
Have two Manchester United.
Yeah, attackers? Maybe. Or maybe I'm.
What about Danny Ings? There's a lot of talk about Danny Ings. Good fixtures upcoming.
Yeah, I was thinking about him like two weeks ago, and now he's scoring almost every week. And he's not that good either. Like Southampton doesn't tempt me at all, but somehow he gets some goals. And
well, that's the thing, isn't it?
What should have a cheaper one?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's you either choose a player who's scoring well but in a rubbish team, or choose a player which is playing for a good team but not scoring that great. It's a difficult one, but you know what?
Yeah, it is.
I'd rather just do a straight swap Callum Wilson to Ings if you're going differential choices here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I could have taken a hit last game week when and taken out Wilson for Jimenez, and then I would get another 0.1 million for Callum Wilson and Jimenez for 0.1 million less. So I don't want to go to Jimenez because I should have made that move earlier. So that's I'm not sure if that's the way to think, but and if price is relevant anymore this season. But taking out Callum Wilson for differential, I mean Arsenal, they're poor in the back, so they need to start attacking. And
yeah, their fixtures are very, very good. The next three, Norwich, Brighton, West Ham, they're brilliant.
And maybe I can upgrade him to Firmino later.
Not Firmino. I'd avoid Firmino like the play. If you're going to get anybody from Liverpool, it's got to be.
It's got to be Mane.
Yeah.
But no, I think that you've made a couple of good suggestions there. But yeah, I don't necessarily think you should look at trying spending points unless you really, really feel that you have to. If you were to take out Callum Wilson, there are other options there where you don't have to spend points. Like Steve said, you could get Danny Ings in for a complete differential. I mean, Southampton's fixtures are really great. I even looked at the Southampton goalkeeper, but unfortunately, I was close to bringing in the Southampton goalkeeper.
Is he 3.9? Some random 3.9.
Yeah, he's what's his name? What's his name again? Oh God, it's Alex something. Alex
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Alex McCarthy he's played the last 3 games for Southampton, and obviously Gunn has been dropped. And if I knew that McCarthy was going to be guaranteed, which he is nowhere near guaranteed, I probably would look at bringing him in for my situation. Well, my goalkeeper being Ramsdale.
He's on 4.3.
He's 4.3, isn't he?
He's 4.3.
Yeah.
He's 4.3. So I would be able to go Ramsdale to McCarthy, but I just can't risk it because he's pretty much Hasenhüttl's pretty much come out and said that he's got 2 goalkeepers at the same level. They're at the exact same level and they're just fighting for positions. So I can't risk doing that unless I was wanting to bring both in, which is just a waste. So yeah, I may have to think elsewhere because I think Ramsdale going forward is not a good goalkeeping option. But Norbert, thank you ever so much. Have you got any final thoughts? Any final comments?
No, I think it was a great game. I watched the whole game and I feel like United need to fix their midfield. But other than that, I think De Gea was playing good. Like in the back they were good and in the front they were good. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you guys also can make a notification in the Discord whenever you start a stream, because we always get notifications when a stream is ending.
Yeah, I think Twitch has got we can do something where we can try and introduce that. YouTube is a little harder, but on Twitch we can look at doing that. But I'll look at doing that. We still don't know what's going to happen with our content going forward, really, in terms of platform wise. But yeah, thank you ever so much, Norbert. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Nor.
We've got Dan Bull in the waiting room. I just want to reveal what my transfer was because I know you're dying to know. So it's my goalkeeper. It's Ramsdale. I can't have him in. He's not reliable. His fixtures are awful, and he's not getting those save points for me that he was a few game weeks ago. He had 5 saves in the last game, but I just don't see money. I think I've had my luck with him, my ever so fortunate luck with him, and now it's time for him to move on. Anyone want to guess who I've brought in? Let me just make it clear. I could only sell Ramsdale for 4.6, so my options were very limited.
Well, let's do some research, shall we? And you said earlier that it was a goalkeeper, which is definitely not going to get injured.
Well, if he does, there's a problem.
I mean, it could be blinking anybody. Tim Krul, Heaton, Gazzina,
Roberto. You've got it. I've got it. I brought Roberto in because I think he might get save points. If you get a point for taking the ball out your net, Roberto would be top. Gazzaniga is the player I brought in, Steve-O. I'm sorry to tell you.
Are you just
no, I'm not. I can't.
No,
Steve-O, tell me what's the better option. I went through it.
Keep Ramsdale.
No. Have you seen their fixtures? They're shocking.
And he's small then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ramsdale.
But
Tottenham away, Crystal.
They are awful. They are awful. And Henderson in a couple of weeks. Yeah, but I can't afford him, Lama. He's 4.7. I can't afford. This is the problem. I had 4.6 to spend. I couldn't get anyone else in. I couldn't even afford Ryan. So I looked at Ryan. I can't afford anyone. Literally, it was either Roberto, Gazzaniga, McCarthy. Roberto, you can't say I'm blocking you off, mate. It's the only move I could have made, really, mate. I'm telling you now. Like, there's no one else unless I just played Ramsdale and just saved the transfer and then got 2 points. I could have done that. Oh, here we go. Carlson, Magnus Carlson, 80th in the world, brought Gazzaniga in on his wild card. Maybe he was copying you, trying to block you off as well, Steve. Tactical move. No, it wasn't a tactical move. Stop giving me that. Let's bring Dan Bull in anyway. Let's bring Dan Bull in.
Are we actually going to have any players in our teams which one day...
Yeah, because I expect that you're probably getting fed up of Martial. You're going to get him out. I'm not going to make any other move. I'm going to promise you now. I promise you now, I'm not making any other transfers now. I'm not taking a hit. So therefore, whatever you do now, as long as it's not for a player that I already own, you don't have to worry. Right, anyway, let's bring in Dan Bull. Dan Bull, good evening. Good evening. You're on the Sunday Surgery live on Twitch. Dan, how you doing? Oh, hang on. I need to turn you up. 1 second, Dan. Speak now.
Hello, Jason.
Good evening, Dan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I mean, now that you're on Twitch, does that mean I can swear?
No, because we're still going to upload it onto YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Dan, So have you joined us on Twitch? Have you watching us on? Have you been watching the stream on Twitch?
I've been watching it on browser at half time, just checking in. I was watching the game, to be fair, so I did just check in on Twitch. So kind of.
So yeah, being obviously part of the channel, a former co-host. What's your initial thoughts on this? This YouTube drama that's come along, where they've just suddenly come along and stopped us for streaming for a week. What's your thoughts on that?
I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw the Facebook post actually this morning.
Yeah.
And then obviously I watched your video, and I was just like, it's just so random and just so weird. Like after all this time of being on YouTube, to get penalised, and I don't fully understand it. Like French radio, I don't know how much I can say, but yeah, French. What you said, French radio station, whatever. It doesn't add up. Is all I'm going to say without going into too much.
It doesn't seem to add up, but it's no. But we've got you on, and I just wanted to just ask you what your thoughts were on Twitch. But now you've said that, you've not used Twitch before for anything else then?
I have used Twitch for something, but obviously because we're live on air, I can't say what for. Nothing like that before FPL Boona says anything. Nothing like that.
Right, okay.
Let's just say I like to watch live football. I might as well just say.
Well, we certainly.
Oh my god.
Okay, whatever, Dan.
Those two statements aren't necessarily connected.
Well, to live. What you mean FIFA? I mean FIFA live, FIFA 20 streams.
Yeah. I'm more of a Pro Evo guy, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of talented FIFA streamers out there. But moving back to fantasy football, we obviously saw the results this weekend. Dan, the big one, Arsenal not winning again, dropping points. Are you concerned?
I was concerned before the international qualifiers, let alone now, like 2 weeks later. I think he should have gone then, because that was a 2 week period to get things sorted. And to be honest with you, watching the highlights this morning, Southampton should have won the game quite comfortably, but it was only because Joe Willock did a great goal-saving clearance, and they couldn't finish the dinner. I mean, they should have been 3-1, 4-1 up, realistically. And yeah, the team's just, I mean, Socrates has been asked to play at the back, and he's not that sort of player. The midfield aren't protecting the defence, and Pepe looks his confidence looks shot. There's problems all over the team, really, and it's not going to get any better, I don't think, too soon.
Yeah, so, I didn't actually, in the end, I didn't end up watching Arsenal Fan TV last night. Did you?
No, I just got an early night in that, but I just, I watched the Man City Chelsea game, and I just enjoyed that. I could have watched the Arsenal game back, but I knew the result, and I just thought, that's how it's got to, because watching Arsenal is quite boring as well. I know, like you said to Vince on Thursday, I always get behind your team, but it's just like, I don't know. I think, I don't know. It's a bit worrying going into January as well.
Are you feeling a bit numb as an Arsenal fan, like I am as a United fan? Where you feel like you feel so disappointed that you get to a point where you've been disappointed so many times that you just get numb to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it's a bit of apathy, really, is the word. I mean, obviously, just watching the game, it was an unbelievable game, and I mean, Sheffield United, they've got a well-organised team, but they kind of ran out of steam. But then United, I mean, that Greenwood coming off the bench and scoring sums up my game week quite well, because obviously I had him on the bench. But I mean, I think there's a lot of teams this season, like Leicester, Sheffield United, that are just showing don't need, maybe Burnley.
We are at Burnley, Dan. I mean.
Yeah, all right, mate. It's not even December yet, but But you pipe down, mate. But
what did you think of that VAR decision on Raheem Sterling at the closing minutes against?
Well,
Chelsea?
I had Sterling as captain, so I felt sick.
That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, he scored a goal. I still count that as a goal. So, you know, in my world, Man City won 3-1. I captained Sterling, it paid off. So, you know, whatever FPL says, whatever Premier League says, whatever these people, VAR gods say, as far as I mean, you, Jason, you used to be a referee. Do you think that's a goal?
It's different because when I was refereeing, I would be lucky if I could have a linesman. Generally, the linesman would be, or I should say, the assistant referees. I should say, sorry, the assistant referees would be generally reserve players for the teams, respective teams, opposite ends, and we would. Yeah, it was literally you had to. I pretty much had to make a lot of the offside calls myself. Because obviously the opposing the opposing assistant referee would generally put their flag up for everything, and it would be like, right, well, I had a few cases where I had to kind of overrule. But I'm going on my own little tangent now. This is proper going into going into Sunday League territory now, where we're talking about Sunday League football. We wouldn't have to worry about VAR. It was purely the one person making the decision. And I tell you what, the amount of people that used to have massive arguments in my face, the same people at the end of the game shook my hand.
Yeah, so, I mean, in the heat of the game, it is weird. I mean, you say about Sunday League, obviously I play Sunday, and it's just, you get...
They did accept it in the end. And I think the difference between that and VAR, and I'm talking, this is a million miles away from Premier League, obviously, level, of course, but the difference being with VAR is that they're expected to not make mistakes because they're given all these different camera angles, they're given time to make decisions. They're given they're given the technology. Essentially, they've got the technology to make decisions, and the whole thing was to bring out the controversy, or to get rid of the controversy, and to get rid of it all being down to one person to make the final call. And I can live with a referee getting a decision wrong. We can talk about it afterwards. We can moan about it afterwards, but we accept it. Whereas VAR, if they make a howler, that to me is unacceptable. Because even though it's a human being still making that decision, they've got other people in that office as well. It's not just there's a team of them in that office. They've got everything they need, and it still ends up being a disaster.
It is frustrating. I mean, like I was just talking to Charlie about captain and Sterling, and I did this after the last. I'm going to call it international qualifiers. After the last international qualifiers, Sterling did well then, and it paid off last time. It didn't pay off this time because...
What was that? Oh, Dan's he gone? Oh, he's left. Oh, dear Dan. Just as he was going mid-flow. Hopefully he'll come back. If not, then we'll have to get him on maybe on Thursday. Yeah, going into my days of refereeing, the offside rule is the hardest to referee. I just read in chat. It is, but I tell you, one of the things that when I did used to referee. Do you remember that clip of who was it? Who was it that was who was the referee that played advantage and they scored from it, and then he started doing a celebration? Oh God! Somebody in chat, please. Was it Mike Dean? Mike Dean, that was it. The satisfaction you get as a referee in football to play advantage and then the team score from the result of you playing an advantage instead of blowing the whistle. I used to do it loads, but not many times did anyone score from it, but when I did, it was the best feeling ever, knowing that you've kind of seen it, played advantage, and then a goal score. Yeah, it was Mike Dean when he played advantage against. Can't remember what it was now. Anyway, moving on. I digress. This is fantasy football, not Referees United. So let's bring on Fire Tog. a big supporter of the show. Firetalk, good evening. You're live on the Sunday Surgery, all the way from the Paradise Island. How are you doing?
Hey, Jason. Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see if we can bring your team up. We can bring your team up. Have you got anything to say about Gameweek 13, Firetalk?
Yeah, another bad week. I've had, I think it's like 3 bad weeks out of 4 now. Bit of bad management, a bit of bad luck. This week, mostly bad luck.
Bad management? I see. I look at that team, and I think that's a very, very good team. Like, okay, you benched Soyuncu, you played Lundstrom, but then there's people shouting about playing Lundstrom. I was saying at the beginning of the stream today, why did I bench Lundstrom? And then of course,
that was my 50-50 was Soyuncu or Lundstrom. That was the debate, but in the end it was just 3 points difference. But Sterling's VAR, 10 points there. Vardy was my big one. Vardy's penalty retake was my biggest issue.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's that. I mean, you've got to be sick from these VAR decisions, surely, Firetalk.
Well, I lost 5 on Maddison, and I don't have Vardy. I lost about 9 points on Vardy. Most people captain him, so that's 18 plus the 5. That's 23 points on that decision. It's plus 10 points on Sterling.
Yeah, well, Sterling's in my opinion.
I'm at 33 points on a Vardy captain team now. Difference. It's just like 2 VAR decisions that cost me 33 points.
There was something I read about VAR that because of the frame rate they're using, a player running at full speed or at a decent speed, they can't accurately.
They couldn't. It was so blurred on that. One of it had it like on was it Tomori that it was against it or?
Yeah,
Zuma, one of them. Whoever it was their butt.
Zuma, I think it was.
Zuma's butt and a part of Sterling's shoulder, and it could have gone. You could have moved that line, a couple of centimeters either way on both of those. It was just the picture was so blurred that I think once the 2 lines are touching, they just have to go. It's a push. There's got to be air between the lines for them to make that decision.
I completely. I think the thing is, everyone will turn around to you and say, "Well, I'm sorry, but offside's offside. It's black and white." And one thing that's proven this year is that offside is it with VAR and offside is that it's what's the word I'm after? Subjective. That's the word I'm after. Subjective. And the consistency is absolutely all over the place.
You know what I think they should do? Because they've got goal line technology. So they've obviously got a chip in the ball and some sensors around the goalpost. Well, they need to strap something to the players.
No, you can't though, mate, because whereabouts would you strap it to the player? Offside is... So any part of the body that you can use to play the ball. So... Whether it can be your armpit, like we've seen. It can be your ankle. It can be your toe. It can be the edge of your boot.
No, what I'm saying is, would need a rule change, and basically you'd put it in the center of the chest, and you'd use like GPS or something to work it out. I like they do it on tennis and all these other things. They've all got technology to, and at that point it's cut and dry. If your sensor is further forward, then you're offside.
I think that the issue is that we're trying to get to the point where we're being so accurate with these readings that unless you've got a camera that can record it, I say 1,000.
High frame rate.
I don't know what they're using at the moment. It is a really high frame rate, but it's not high enough.
It's still blurred. Yeah.
It's still blurry
when they crop it. Yeah.
It's just,
so anyway,
that's
not
VAR
going about
VAR every week, isn't it? It really is VAR every week. No, you've been screwed over this week. Your team on paper looks great. I mean,
he made it. I made a fairly good recovery today with Rashford. He got, I think he got 2 bonus, and so he's got 11. So that yesterday, when I messaged on the chat yesterday, I had 17 after the 3:00 games. Everybody else was on like 55, 60. So I don't know what people are on now, but I'm up to like 50 now. So may have salvaged that with the weekend.
I mean, it's not like a dreadful. It's not game week ending. You're not going to crash.
The game week ending week, and I didn't come online because you wanted people to come online. I was pissed off, and I was too pissed off to come on. Game week 11, I think you scored 96. I scored 40.
Yeah. Well.
Everybody was scoring 80. I went from 200,000 to 500,000 that weekend. I've dropped down to 800,000 after yesterday, but I think I've probably moved up a little bit. It's volatile, though.
It's really volatile. Yeah. I mean, literally, I'm in the I don't know where I'm going to end up being now, but I'm in the 200. I'm in the top 200,000. I've gone from 1 million to 200,000, just under. I was hoping to try and reach the 150,000 mark with Martial hopefully netting me something, but he didn't. Next week, I mean, if I have a good week next week, I'm looking at my team for next week. I'm happy with it. I could end up breaching the top 100k if I have a good week.
Yeah, next week, I think everyone's team must look good next week because mine looks really good. Everyone's at home. We've got West Ham, Aston Villa.
Players,
I stayed away from Vardy.
Yeah, that's a question I was going to ask you now. Are you thinking about...
Well, I had Aubameyang, and I moved Aubameyang to... Well, I moved Aubameyang to Rashford, and I avoided the Vardy because... I know he was scoring every week, but he was only shooting once a week, pretty much. And I thought, well, he can't maintain that. Rashford was shooting 5 or 6 times and getting a goal or not, or a blank. So I just thought, everybody else has got Vardy. The only way I'm going to make up ground is put my money on Rashford. And to be fair, he matched Vardy this weekend. And Vardy, in my mind, shouldn't have got 12 points anyway. He should have got 2. So
very fortunate.
Yeah. So I had to make a stand, and I'm like, do I want to follow template? And I've been at the mercy of point chasing, I would say, this year. I did it with all the Man City guys. I brought them in, and they've blanked ever since.
I know.
Sterling and De Bruyne, and I'm like, I haven't got rid of them because I'm thinking, well, they've got to hit form, and at least De Bruyne got a goal yesterday. I was thinking if we bring in Vardy will go on a whole bunch of blanks because he blanked, I think, 5 of the first 7 games. If you look at it,
have you been watching the Leicester games though? Have you seen?
I didn't say I was watching the Liverpool game yesterday. I didn't see much of the day last night.
They are looking really good. I said earlier on in the stream. Earlier in the stream, I think that their team this year is better than the 2016 title winning team in the fact that they've got the creativity now. They've got that penetration, and then Vardy's goal conversion. Is insane. Like, he is up there. And
he's like over 50%, I think. In the past he was around about 25.
If he gets chances, he's going to score goals. I can't see why anyone would not jump with those fixtures coming through. I can't see what argument anyone would.
Yeah, he's got 4 greens coming now.
Looking at your team, Connolly out, Vardy in, Sterling out. How much you left within the bank, I don't know, but possibly bringing in, I mean, you've got Maddison anyway in there. I mean,
well, I don't even need a player.
I suppose you wouldn't need a player. You're right. Yeah, you could probably just bring in, I know, someone like Dendoncker and keep that money in the bank for a future transfer. If you wanted to. Have you got 2 free transfers? Just the 1 free transfer.
Just the 1, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that move in itself would probably be worth. I mean, the thing is, you take Sterling out, you'll end up getting a hat trick. That's
my thing. I've held on to him for so long, and he's done nothing for weeks.
Well,
so
what about Martial? What's your thoughts on Martial?
Well, he didn't look very good today, but
could you afford to do Martial?
I only have 0.4.
Have you got any in the bank?
0.4, nothing, not much.
You can't do Martial out, Connolly out, Vardy in, and then Dendoncker in, then probably can't.
No, there's no way too much. Vardy's like 9.7 now.
Oh yeah. Why do I keep thinking that Vardy's 8.9?
Well, that's when I should have got him in. It was 8.9. He's gone up 0.8.
Yeah, it's mental how much he's gone up in value, isn't it?
The other crazy thing is this week, because I've been without Lundstrom until this week, and he's been killing me every week. So I thought, you know what, I've got to get Lundstrom in just as a blocker.
And I bet you're thinking, yes,
well, have a guess who I took out. Steve-O, you'll get it.
Williams?
Goldrick.
Tarkowski.
Goal,
clean sheet, assist, bonus point. I think he got 18. Now, beforehand, he said, you've got to bring in Lundstrom. Well, who are you going to take out? Soyuncu, Tomori, or Tarkowski? Well, Tarkowski's got to go. I've already got Burnley covered with Pope. So the logical one was take out Tarkowski. Last week he scored 12 and he was on my bench. This week he scored 18 and I sold him. So I'm saying bad management. I've made a lot of decisions that have gone against me, whether it's bad management or bad luck.
It's bad management. It's just bad luck. That's at the end of the day. I mean, your bench order today is right. I mean, you could have played Soyuncu over Lundstrom, but Lundstrom is a fan favourite at the moment, and he's got an assist. So your decision.
Yeah. Well, it was a blocker as well.
I think that you just got to put yourself, mate. You haven't made any bad decision.
Last week, bench 1, Tarkowski 12, bench 2, Soyuncu 8. The week before, and I didn't make a mistake on this one, Maddison 9, Soyuncu 14 on my bench. Otamendi came on. I played Otamendi. He came on for 1 minute. That 1 minute cameo where you were shouting for Mendy to come on.
Yeah.
He blocked Maddison for 9, and I had Sancho
for 14. Bad luck, mate, haven't you? Just pretty much the whole season. You just had bad luck.
Well, I made a bad decision. I played Connolly over Maddison because Connolly was home to Norwich, and Maddison was away to Crystal Palace, I think. So I made a decision to 50-50, and I'm like, well, you know what? Norwich are crap. Maybe Connolly can get something. Well, he got 2, and Maddison got 9. So that's the way it's been going every week. And I'm not going to change the way I'm playing. I'm just going to hope the luck changes.
Yeah, very quickly, sorry. Daffs03 in chat. Are you new to our channel by any chance? Daffs, I don't recognise that name, and you've got a funny little emote next to your name as well. A little badge. Daff says, should I get rid of Dan James and KDB for Son and Pulisic? Well, I certainly think those transfers are very good. Dan James and KDB for Son and Pulisic. Do you own any other Man City attackers, Daffs? If you've got Sterling, maybe that could be a gateway to those transfers as well. People obviously have been moving out KDB. What's your thoughts on that one, Firetog? Dan James and KDB.
Yeah, no, I would.
Son and Pulisic in.
Yeah, Pulisic is really on form right now, and Son looked good yesterday. So yeah, I think that's a good move.
Yeah, I think KDB for me staying personally.
Well, he played well too, but
scared of
Dan James is. I wouldn't rate Dan James too much at the moment. So definitely Pulisic is an upgrade over that.
Yeah, definitely. I got Steve-O, very quickly. What's your thoughts on that? Those transfers, Dan James and KDB out for Son and Pulisic. It's pretty clear, isn't it? Clear, good.
Yeah, I think they're very good transfers.
Bit of an echo chamber in here. We all agree that they're good transfers. Daffs03. So maybe that's the move that's going to improve your team. Firetog. Finally, then you own Martial and Rashford. We've heard Steve-O. We've heard. Okay, you're sticking. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to stick. I'm going to roll the transfer this week. Stick to my guns. Hope my luck changes.
Yeah.
And then next week week after I'll have 2 free transfers. Well, it's a short week, isn't it? Because there's a midweek game. I'll have 2 free transfers to do some surgery if I need to. But
yeah,
just fingers crossed I can turn this thing around.
Well, it's logical team selections that we go for, isn't it?
Down to 70th in the cash league from 20th, so it's a big drop in 3 weeks.
What was that, sorry?
Down from 20th, 21 to 70th in the cash league in 3 weeks.
Oh, what a
Yeah,
shame.
you passed me on the way there, Steve. Both of you passed me on the way up.
That's what I want to be hearing.
Oh God, he doesn't take any prisoners, does he?
I'm coming back. You wait.
There we go. But no, seriously though, you're a massive supporter of the show. You've been with us for quite some time now. We've obviously moved to Twitch this evening. Have you enjoyed watching us on Twitch?
I tell you what, I had a little bit of trouble to start with because I was watching it through twitch.tv rather than the app. And every time I did something, it would go back to the beginning and the intro, and I'd try to get back to live, and I was always like half a minute behind.
Really?
Okay. Then I downloaded the app, and it was streaming. And then the app actually had like a live. It was just straight live. You couldn't go back. It was just streaming live. Okay. Whereas the browser was allowing you to go back 40 minutes, and it was a pain in the ass. So the only thing that I didn't like it as much, because I watch it mostly on my iPad.
Yeah.
With YouTube, I can carry on watching YouTube, go to a browser and look at my team. When I left the Twitch app, it would shut it down. It would stop the sound.
On my phone, no, I'm the opposite on my phone. See, on my Android phone, YouTube I can't shut down and continue watching, but Twitch I can shut down and continue watching.
Right. So complete opposite on my iPad.
That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that strange?
So that was annoying because when I came back, it was kind of like I had to kind of reboot it and start up the live session again.
Okay, no, I didn't know that. Oh, fair enough. Are you on
I'm definitely
Apple?
A fan of YouTube. Yeah, well, I'm on PC normally. I'm like my Discord's on
iPad,
my main PC.
Maybe it's because you're.
When I'm watching the TV in the lounge, I'm on my iPad.
Oh dear.
So
dear, Apple fanboy. No, that's the problem.
No. That's why I got 2 PCs. Everything else is Windows apart from the iPad.
I work on a Mac at work, and that's about the closest thing I get to an Apple in my life. But I appreciate you coming on, and
no problem.
You're welcome on any time, and I'm just hoping that next week you come on and you've had a well above average score and you're closing in on myself and Steve.
You and me both.
Sounds good, buddy. You take.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, take care. And apparently, before you do go, you need to turn on the pop-up. You need to click the pop-up push-out option. Apparently that will pop it out for you. There you go.
Okay, cool. I'll try that. Thanks, guys.
Cheers now. Cheers.
Bye, Tom.
Lightbringer Twitch. Are you... Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Are you new to the channel, or have you come from YouTube? It'd be interesting to know. I want to get someone watching us that's just genuinely just found us from Twitch and not from YouTube. That would be insane. Let's bring on our next caller. Thank you again, Firetalk. Let's bring on Chicken Tikka Mo Salah, also known as Charlie. Charlie, you're live on air. It's a Sunday surgery. Gameweek 13. Was Gameweek 13 good or bad?
Well, it was good, but I'm just annoyed. Liverpool defence is doing my nutting. And yeah, it's just that really. I had a pretty good score. Bringing in Son and Soyuncu for Mendy and De Bruyne for a -4. And yeah, I was going to captain Son as well, but last minute I went to Vardy just because he's more ownership and all that, and I think he was most captain, wasn't he?
So you missed out on a couple of points, haven't you? Really, I mean, it's not really the end. With obviously Cantwell being second sub, I can't
believe that.
You'll never going to play Cantwell.
Nah, no chance. That's just Everton for you, beat Southampton, then at home they lose to Norwich,
Steve,
crazy.
Take it away. Some questions. It's been a lot of
me. Well, you're third in the Cash Mini League. You're only 22. Well, as of last night, 22 points off Marlon Moore. It's getting tight, isn't it?
Yeah, very tight. There ain't much between it. It's gonna go all the way. Yeah, like I said to you on the morning stream the other day, it's gonna be around Christmas time, that rotation. I think it's going to be around that, really.
Yeah. Are you confident that you got rid of Kevin De Bruyne?
Sorry?
Are you confident that you've got rid of Kevin De Bruyne for Son?
Yeah. I mean, I was watching the Chelsea game, Chelsea Man City game. I was thinking, De Bruyne could do something. Obviously, he got a goal, but he didn't get any bonus. So I was happy with that because obviously brought in the Son. I got 13 points of him. I think Son over the next 6 or 7, I think he'll do better than De Bruyne, and I don't think he'll get rotated either. Son, I think he's just too valuable to that team. The way he plays.
Well, he's my favourite. He's my favourite option personally in that Tottenham attack.
What are your thoughts on Tottenham yesterday?
They were, I thought, first half, obviously, apart from a 10-minute spell from West Ham, I thought Tottenham are really good. Going forward, especially, Son, Kane, obviously, 2 offside goals. But yeah, it's second half, they didn't really go for it as much, and they just obviously conceded 2 poor goals. But apart from that, I thought they were really good. Going forward, especially. Ali as well. Ali looks a good pick.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one that said that. I mean, I'm still waiting to see that. But a lot of people tipping Ali to be a great pick going forward. Personally, I would prefer Mora. That's just my point. And Daff03 in chat says, "Can you rate my team?" Daffs, we've set up a Discord for the RMTs. We don't directly rate my teams from chat. If you'd like to get your team rated, you need to just come onto Discord and post it in the Rate My Team or team screenshots and be a part of the conversation. Otherwise, it's unfair for the guests that are waiting to come on the show. No, I mean your team for next week. Are you set on it? You got any transfer thoughts or?
I was thinking of maybe. I'll probably just do one, but I said that to you on the morning stream, Steve, and I still done a minus. But yeah, I was thinking Yarmolenko to Pulisic because I've got 3.6 mil. Yeah, I've got 3.6 mil in the bank.
Bench Delafeu for God's sake.
No, I'll bench Lindstrom.
Yeah, bench Lindstrom. Oh,
I think Delafeu.
I just about got away with it as well.
Yeah, you got away with it. Yeah, getting that yellow card and
I prayed. Did you hear me say it?
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
Whenever do you know what? My prayers to the FPL gods so far, I've got 100% success rate.
Yeah, they've worked really well.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Delafay, you were away at Southampton. You lucky man. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, if it was at home, it could be a different story because Watford ain't as good at home, but away from they're better away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully,
I don't think he's going to do anything. I really don't. But then what do I know? You got him in. Yeah, but you've got good points from him in the past few game weeks. So yeah, I mean, you've got him in your team. I mean, but if you got Pulisic in, bench Lundstrom, play Pulisic, play that 3-4-3. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And then I don't know who the captain yet. I'll figure that out. I haven't really looked at the fixtures to be honest.
Probably Vardy, won't it?
Vardy in it, surely.
Who have they got? Is it Everton?
Everton at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, either Vardy or Mane. Because Liverpool got Brighton, haven't they?
It's going to be very similar.
It could be goals galore.
Very similar captain picks to this week, to be fair. But Charlie, thank you for coming on, man. Any final thoughts?
Keep up the quality content, lads, and pretty much.
Oh, mate, cheers for your support, dude. Thanks for sharing your team, and it's looking good. You're doing well. And what did you think? Very quickly, what do you think of my transfer from Ramsdale to Gazzaniga? Yeah, I think it's good. Obviously, like you said, Bournemouth, like going forward, I don't think. No. And Gaz, he's only 4.5, isn't he? I know. At the moment, he is. I think he's going to go up. Yeah, I think that's a great transfer, to be honest. Cheers, mate. Jason had to sacrifice his soul to the FPL gods in return. Says Mavid in chat. Mavid. No, well, I hope not. I won't be sleeping tonight. I'll get the Exorcist out. No, but thank you ever so much, Charlie. Appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for coming on. See ya. Cheers.
Stein's in the chat. Even Stein.
One Rovers vlogs on YouTube, guys. Go check him out. There we go. Stein, Stein's in chat. Coming all the way over from YouTube. How you doing, Stein?
Staz is in the waiting room, Jason.
Staz?
Good God.
Staz. Good evening, Staz. You're on the Sunday surgery with myself and Steve-O. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, how are you?
Have you got any clips from today? It's yesterday.
I still don't understand what are you talking about, you know?
You're the man that makes the clips.
You're getting him
what
confused.
Yeah, you're right. That's SMZ, so it doesn't matter. This conversation's ended. Brilliant.
You're thinking that he's SMZ.
Yeah.
Staz, we've got a bit of an echo, mate. Can you turn your speakers down?
Yeah, wait a second.
Great.
Let's go on Sultan Saeed.
Sultan Saeed. Let's bring Sultan Saeed. Good evening. Can you hear us?
Evening, guys. Evening.
Evening. My God.
There we go.
No echo. What's this experience like compared to YouTube for you, considering you've been with us since day dot?
Yeah, it's pretty similar, to be fair. It's not much difference. You know, it's a nice change, but yeah.
Bringing your team up bringing your team up here. So Rico, so you're going to be getting. Rico did play, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a yellow card and conceded too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember now. It's a shame. You'd be looking forward to Monday night, otherwise, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's frustrating, because I actually had Willems playing like literally the whole week, and I just changed my mind last second. But Willems could still do poorly. But...
Well, let's hope, Otherwise, imagine if he gets an assist or a goal. God. Right, so your team: Ryan, Lundstrom, Alexander-Arnold, Rico, Mount, Maddison, De Bruyne, Mane, Rashford, Abraham, Vardy. Your points coming from Vardy. He's your captain. It's a very solid game week. I mean, it's pretty much stay as you are. Maybe a small green arrow. What? Am I right in saying that?
I believe after Rashford's goal and assist and 2 bonus, it should see me rise about 100,000 ranks and a few places in the cash league.
You're 2 points clear of me in the cash mini league.
2 points clear.
Yeah, Martial getting me 2 today, so...
I've been keeping an eye on you, Steve. Yeah, we have been very close, haven't we? Throughout the season in the cash league.
some important news to share. FPL Tips says that FPL Rockstar on Twitter, who gives early team news every week, is saying that Marco Silva has been sacked. Normally reliable, but do not hold it against me. Now that's interesting. Well, apparently, Everton have not got a manager. That's apparently. So yes, very.
Have you heard the rumours, Jason, around that? Regarding the new Everton manager, apparently David Moyes, potentially.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. I mean, he kind of... Well, he did so well, didn't he?
He's a long servant, wasn't he? Many years.
Well, I think that Everton fans would welcome him back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean... they're having a torrid time, aren't they, at the moment, so... The new manager boost could really suit him, I think.
I don't know. Any Everton fans in chat want to kind of shoot me down for that comment? I mean, it'd be interesting. Very interesting. That rumours are that Marco Silva no longer the manager of Everton Football Club. Very, very interesting. Find out what's going on there. My granddad supports Everton, says Daffson. He wants Moyes back. He's been saying that since Moyes left. Interesting. So obviously a lot of faith still with Moyes then. But okay, onto your team. Really, there's not much in that team that it needs changing, is there, to be fair?
Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 free transfers now as well since I rolled one over, so I'm in a bit of a luxury. Could do multiple moves. Could bring in maybe Son.
Rico possibly could be one to move.
Rico, yeah.
But if you want to bring Son in, so Mason Mount, and where are you going to get that money from?
I've actually got like 2.5 in the bank right now as well, so.
Oh.
So I could. I can't afford Son. I'm like 0.3 short.
Yeah, 0.3.
Can't afford Son.
0.3.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's annoying. But you could do. Let's have a look at what you got. Where can you free that money up? Could you free Rico up for like Winston? How much is Rico selling for now?
I think I can sell him for 4.2. If I bought him at 4. What was it?
Bring in Winston Reid 3.9 as a non-player. that's the sort of thing that I do. But then that's just that's my.
What you're definitely wanting in Son, are you?
Well, not definitely, but could consider it. I was also considering taking out Rashford, but that was yesterday, and now he's just gone and scored a goal and assist. So
he's in form at the moment, isn't he?
And he's also got Villa, so don't really want to be taking him out, to be honest, just to get Son. So
Mountain Rico out for Son and Winston Reid. That I would do that. If it was my team and I had 2.5 in the bank.
2.5 in the bank.
I'd do it. Yeah. I'd do it, mate. Because the third sub to me means nothing. Mind you, got Nakamba, haven't you?
Nakamba, yeah, that's true. Does he even play these days?
But Williams and
Tomori are playing. So yeah, do that. Well, I'm not actually. Make your own decision. Make your own.
Of course.
But I would do that because it's a Mount to Son upgrade, and you're not sacrificing a spot, and you're not spending points doing it. Chat, what do you think? Mason Mount to Son, Rico to Reid, straight, no point hit, and he's still going to have 2 playing bench players as well. Interesting. To see what they think. Do it. Yes.
A lot of people scream to do it.
Well, there you go. There you go. My tips are for free. Tips, cheats, and all that. But no. I mean, you've got the luxury of 2 free transfers. Of course, you can find that money from elsewhere. But
not going to be pulling any triggers yet, though, because haven't we got European football soon?
But
I wouldn't be worried about that.
If you have would you have 4.4 million in the bank for a defender? There's not a 4 million defender, is there?
Williams.
Williams, from Man United.
Williams. Ooh.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that instead. You could go Mount to Son, knee-jerk Williams in for Rico, and then you'd have 2 Man United players. Yay! But no, it's serious. Obviously, it'd be interesting to see what you do. Come on the Thursday night show and let us know. It'll be great.
Yeah, we'll do, absolutely.
So yes, whereabouts are you going to be in the overall rankings?
I can tell you now. I think it was around 300,000 though. I'll bring up live FPL for you.
Not far behind me then. See,
where are you sitting?
You're sandwiched between me and Steve-O, essentially, aren't you?
Well, he's only 2 points ahead of me, but he's going to be like 20 odd points off you.
On the live rank though, Steve, I think I'm like 12 points ahead of you now. So.
How?
Oh.
How does that work out?
Because of Rashford.
Because of Rashford and his bonus points.
Oh, you got Rashford. Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. You have to say it a few times and it'll sink in. It's the fact.
He'll be on 721, Steve, and I'll be on 734. So 13 points. There you go.
Damn.
Excellent. Well, I mean, we've got a few more callers to get on the show, so we'll probably have to tie it up there. But any final thoughts, Sultan, before we move on?
Well, no, just thanks for the advice, thanks for the call, and hopefully speak to you guys soon.
Are you new to Twitch?
No, I've been on Twitch for years, mate.
Do you like to watch us on Twitch?
Yeah, why not?
There you go. Interesting.
All right.
Good.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate. Thank you ever so much.
Cheers, Sultan. Excellent.
Right, so we try Staz one more time. Rohit and Tusar, we'll try and get you on as well before we stream. Hello, Staz. Welcome back. Staz, you're muted. Unmute yourself. No, Staz, no. Oh, here we go. Staz, good evening. Staz, can you hear us?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you fine. Excellent, Staz.
Great.
Good evening. Welcome. So, should we try again? Are you listening to the stream? Should we try again, Staz?
Do you hear me? I don't understand what happened with my speakers.
Can you hear us, Staz?
I hear you perfectly well, yeah.
Right, okay, that's great. Staz, have you posted your team in the team screenshots by any chance? No, I can't see it.
Not yet. Let me do that.
Right. Right. If you're waiting in the waiting room, please post your team in the team screenshot so we're not having to wait for it. Staz, how's your game week been?
Not great. I'm on 53 points.
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot more, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see your team. Minus 84 in FPL stats for Mason Mount dropping in price. Oh, God. Here we go. Let's bring it up.
Getting gone, Jason. Take a -8.
I might have to. At Wobeties, I take a -1 in team value, minus 0.1. I'd rather take a -8 in hits instead. 53 points. Well, you had Aubameyang as your captain. Okay. So what was that? Were you just trying to take advantage of a differential captaincy pick this week?
Wow.
Staz, you there? Staz, oh, you keep jumping out of the channel. Staz, Staz, can you hear us? You keep jumping out. Right, Staz, we're just going to review your team without you being here because you keep jumping out. Tierney and Aubameyang, obviously, I mean, risky. You have an Arsenal. I think that I personally wouldn't. I wouldn't own Tierney. I know loads of people. Well, I say loads of people, but a few people sort of raving about him about 3 weeks ago, but really hasn't done anything. Unlucky with Rico again. Williams on the bench for him. Obviously Rico getting 0 points. Very unlucky. Very unlucky there. And
it's quite fun from FPL tips. He's like 100,000, no 600,000 in the world. Yet his girlfriend is 10,000. Genius.
And she probably spends a lot less time thinking about her team selection.
Oh, apparently she absolutely hates football. Hey! Let's bring on to Shah.
There we go. But no, just very quickly, Staz, if you're watching, the main real thing there is Mason Mount, really, isn't it? Whether or not you want to move him out, if you want to try and bring Son in, possibly go downgrade Aubameyang, free up money, upgrade Mount to Son, maybe go about probably either Abraham or Jimenez. out of the two for Aubameyang, and then up to Son from Mount possibly as an option for you. But yeah, thank you. We'll try and get you on again, Stas, at some point. There's some technical problems.
And yes, Charlie Taylor is nailed for now. Until he makes a mistake. Let's get on to Tushar.
Tushar, good evening. You're live on the Sunday surgery with myself and Steve. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm a little perplexed after today's match.
Wow, it was a bit of an up and down in emotions, wasn't it? I mean, it was the comeback was on, it was all looking good, and then the last dying embers of the game, they got that equaliser, and VAR was involved, and
Did
you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game.
United were rubbish,
I
weren't they?
almost switched off my TV after we went 2-0 down, but I thought Ole is the manager, so something might happen, and then it was anticlimax at the end when they scored.
Where do you think we've gone wrong?
Midfield. I think Scott McTominay not being there was a huge disadvantage today, and Pereira was very bad, very, very bad.
Interesting. So
in that position, he can play a little forward, but not at central midfield or as a defensive midfielder.
You've got to be happy that Dan James returned you an assist.
Yeah, he has been very unlucky. Last 2 game weeks, he should have got 2 or 3 assists, but Rashford and Martial kept missing all of the chances. Today also, he should have got 2 assists, but I don't know how the FPL point system works about the assist. Sometimes they give that type of assist, and sometimes they don't. So.
Very quickly, have you got any thoughts? I mean, obviously you got Aguero in your team. Are you going to be waiting to hear more, or are you already vying for a replacement for Aguero?
I actually have made 2 free transfers.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. You have got Aguero and King, 4.3 midfielder out, and I've brought in Son and Greenwood.
Oh, so you're going to be playing...
Oh, wow. 3-5-2.
Yeah, 3-5-2 formation.
Yeah, and I've got 2.2 million in the bank, so I'm thinking of upgrading either James or Mount. I'm thinking...
Why should people with money?
Yeah, well, it's money in the bank. I mean those 2 transfers without taking a hit.
Yeah, without taking a hit.
Is brilliant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about taking a -4 after doing those transfers personally. You've got Tomori you can play in there, back free of Alexander-Arnold, Tomori, and Chilwell. You know the fixtures looking good for them as well. Dan James, stick with him. Mount, Son, Mane, De Bruyne, Abraham, Vardy. Yeah, that's a very, very strong team. Very strong team. I personally would just stick with those 2 transfers. Use your transfers and improve your team and not take an unnecessary hit.
Yeah, next game week I'm thinking of transferring out Pope and bringing in Schmeichel. He has a very good run of...
Very nice. Very nice, absolutely. Schmeichel's one I wanted to get in, but it's a bit too much. But yeah, wow.
I don't do double up in transfers, but looking at Leicester's fixtures and form, they are definitely worth it.
Yeah, they're defensively looking very, very sound. But Tushar, it's a pleasure to have you on with us, and a pleasure to have you with Twitch. And yes, sorry, Steve.
Where are you ranked in the world?
I was ranked 1.5 million 4 weeks ago, but now I've moved up to 240,000.
Well done. Excellent.
Yeah, Vardy. I have just been captaining Vardy and bringing in Lundstrom whenever he hits above 10 points.
It's the Vardy party is only just getting started. I think there's many more goals for him, and it's a pleasure as always to have you on, Tushar. And I look forward to seeing Son do well for you next week if you do get him in.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
I don't have the luxury of doing that.
Yeah, I actually had him 2-3 weeks ago, but I transferred him out so I could get Vardy.
Yeah.
Well, and that's paid off. So now getting rid of Aguero, who hasn't been paying off for you, could easily pay off now. Cheers.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Chelsea game because he scored a hat-trick last year, but he didn't perform, so I couldn't let him be in the team. So I transferred him out as soon as the match he was substituted.
Thank you, Tushar. I'll speak to you hopefully soon.
Yeah,
cheers, Steve.
Take care, buddy. Take care.
Final corner, I think, Jason.
Yeah, we're reaching the 3 hour mark now, guys. So we're going to Rohit in chat. Rohit, good evening. You're live on air on the Sunday Surgery with myself and Steve-O on Twitch.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, we're good, thank you. It's our first debut solo, exclusive Twitch stream. Have you been a part of it since the beginning?
I actually have been watching your YouTube for like a month and a half now. So since I saw the video yesterday about, your YouTube being taken down for a week, so I just opened Twitch to, just follow you guys again.
Well, I'm grateful that you did. We obviously wanted to continue our streams. We don't feel that we deserved what happened to us. I mean, it's completely completely over the top, and that's just my opinion. And
in my opinion too, but
it wouldn't have happened on Twitch. It wouldn't have happened on Twitch. I can tell you now, it wouldn't have. And that it's kind of left me with a bit of taste in my mouth, really. I feel let down from YouTube in a weird way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because I was waiting for Steve-O's second match, when he was gonna do the City and Chelsea game, and there was no update. I was like, what happened? Like, you usually have the last game on, so.
Well, that's it.
But yeah,
I was looking forward to watching it back too. I was looking forward to watching, on the way to our meal, and I was looking forward to watching it back on the replay. But it's just no warning, nothing, no warning, just off, just.
Too, because whenever I watch match, I don't usually follow your streams live because I'm watching the games with my friends and stuff. But I definitely follow it. After the match is done, I watch the replays on the YouTube. But I couldn't find it. But yeah, anyway.
It's happened. Yeah. It's happened now. We just got to live with it, and we're just grateful that we had such a great audience joining us this evening on Twitch. Sorry, and and the fact of the matter is, it's we're talking about something we can't really change. Moving on to your team.
I mean, extraordinary result. Score 75 points.
It's not bad. Until United scored, I was pretty happy with that, to be honest. I was happy to lose the points because I'm a United fan, but then
where's your team?
In the end.
I'm trying to find your team. Sorry, Rohit. There we go. Found it. There we go. 75 points. Sorry, Rohit. Carry on.
Right. So, I was happy to get Lundstrom.
Pope's position, I'm surprised he didn't concede more goals.
You mean Pope? Nick Pope?
Yeah, it's all right. It's the screenshot you posted there a little bit.
It's pretty. Yeah, can you see it? Or do you want me to send it again?
Yeah, I can see it, mate. It's fine. No, sorry, carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. That I was happy with Lundstrom's points, but then again, I was happy with United winning at point. But then in the end, I got nothing. I was like, what is this? Like, it was a pretty frustrating ending to the game. But you know what? It happens. What can you do?
It does, yeah. So, Pope's watching from the grandstand. Yeah, absolutely, Mavid. I look at your team. David Luiz is the first person I look at, and I think
I just got him this week, and he was going to be my punt for 2 weeks, and I really effed it up because I had Otamendi, and I needed to get him out somehow because he wasn't playing. So I figured that I'm going to double up on Sheffield after like 2 game weeks. So I needed someone. No, I had Otamendi. I took him out and then got him.
You had Otamendi last week. Oh wow. Okay, so you hadn't shipped him out beforehand.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, who's your fourth midfielder? Because I can't quite see that they seem to be off the field.
Just give me a second. My fourth midfielder: Mori, Kelly, and Cantwell on my bench.
Who's your fourth midfielder other than De Bruyne, Mane, Martial? Cantwell. Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, you got 10 points from Cantwell?
Yeah. It's on my bench because he's going to be on my bench. Oh, you don't see my fourth midfielder. I'm sorry. My fourth midfielder is Maddison.
Right. Yeah, we don't see.
Right.
But I thought you were talking about my fifth midfielder.
Okay, fair enough. So no, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So what moves are you thinking of making? Firmino, one that you're going to stick with?
I probably will, because I just got him like 2 weeks ago, and Liverpool's fixtures do look good, and especially when Salah is not going to playing every week over the Christmas period, I think Firmino will.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair shot. I mean, it's
depending
not a transfer
on that,
you have to make, is it? To be fair.
No, I don't really, because only option I can have for him is either Rashford or Jimenez.
Yeah.
But Liverpool do have some home fixtures, so I might want to keep him in. And the only one I'm looking for, the David Luiz one,
I was
not going to work
say, David Luiz is not a punt that you're going to benefit from. I really don't think, but there's plenty of better
that's probably going to be the worst one of my 4 months.
Steve, any final thoughts you want to say about it?
I always keep asking this. Where are you ranked in the world? It's always interesting.
Oh, right now I'm about 25k.
25k in David Luiz in for a punt. Amazing.
That was 1 week. I mean, someone on Discord yesterday suggested me Tarkowski. I think it was Deli Lama, and I didn't listen. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to do for the Arsenal one, because it's a big team at home. I figured this is the time for them to hit the form, but they didn't.
Cheers, Kiwi Don. Take care, mate. Have a good time at work.
Well, it's a game, so what can you do? You take your chances and you go with it.
Absolutely. I think that pretty much sums it up for this evening. Thank you for being our final caller, guys. We'll get more of you on. Again, sorry, we haven't been able to get through everyone. We've been going for over 3 hours now, and it's time for us to end it, I'm afraid. We will, of course, be back again on Thursday. There may be a members video on YouTube for the members. Well, there probably will be a members video on YouTube. There will be a members video on YouTube as well. So look out for that, and keep an eye on our social media, guys, for any other streams that we do. But yeah, look forward to the Thursday, the game week preview on Thursday. And Steve-O, take away the admin.
Is there much point? There's nothing to say. There's nothing for me to say other than keep out your ears pricked for the older Marco Silva news. Has he been fired? Has he not? You'll find that in the next 12 hours or so, I'm guessing. So yeah.
Oh no! We need to raid another streamer. How do I do that? Hang on. I think we can raid another streamer.
What's that?
Right. So guys, stay here. Right, everybody stay watching. We're going to raid another streamer. I don't know. I've not done this with this amount of people before. So we're going to find someone else that's streaming, and we can send all of our viewers over to their stream. Do you know, this is something you didn't know, isn't it, Steve-O?
I don't have a clue, mate.
We could go. Let's find someone. Have we got anyone else?
I don't even know how to use this mobile phone.
Hang on, sorry. Just bear with me. We're going to go and raid a streamer. I don't know how you do it, to be honest with you. Anyone want to know? Talk shows and podcasts. Let's see who else is doing a talk show at the moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Steve-O, go ahead and say something.
If you've only just joined us for the first time ever, why not? And you've enjoyed it, why not go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe there? But yeah, there will be a members video this week. I'll be definitely doing one. I'm pretty sure I will be doing one, because I want to get a few things off my chest about this weekend. I think it's absolutely necessary. You found somebody, Jason?
I'm found the Harry Potter book club. I found Patriots Soapbox News. This is obviously I can't find anything that's resembling what we're doing. I'm looking. Just give me a second. I'm seeing Mike Tech Show podcast. No, I'm struggling, guys. I'll be more prepared next time. I promise, guys. We'll raid someone next time. I promise. On Thursday, we'll raid someone. I'll find someone on Thursday. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Yes. Thanks for the experiment.
Speak to you soon.
Yeah. Goodbye.
raiding, guys. Get ready. We're raiding. We're raiding, guys, all together now.